is the Glass Cannon Network.
The music plays all night and lately the lights will be going up on old Rockefeller's tree. People window shopping on Fifth Avenue. All I want for Christmas is you. Take it, Matthew!
What accent was that?
Come on! I want to know!
I was going to guess Angie, but I was like, I don't know that I can do that voice. It would just be a letdown.
Question, who sings that song? And who is the band accompanying that singer?
I thought you made up that song like
It was literally. Kate, you're right in the right headspace here. I can't believe, first of all, Troy, I can't believe that's the question. Because my statement was going to be, one of the things that impresses me the most about you is that for each of these intros, you sing a Christmas song that I have never heard in my life.
You've heard that one. It's in many, many Christmas movies. It was impossible to discern from whatever weird accent. Is
there a weird accent?
Spin. It was like
you were like doing like a Norwegian spin.
I felt like I was just being me. That Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. That's obviously very well known from that movie. It's Darlene Love with the E Street Band behind her.
Oh, I love the E Street Band.
You can't say
Darlene
Christmas without Darlene Love. Let me tell you.
I assume as a devotee of Christmas music, you have the Phil Spector Christmas album, which has all those amazing tracks like the Ronettes and the Darlene Love and everything. But then you get to the weird track with the creepy message from Phil Spector that comes on.
I have not listened to that. No, I have all those songs individually, but yeah, I haven't had the creepy Phil Spector voice. Skid, I imagine you're a big Darlene Love fan. Didn't she always do Letterman, the final show before Christmas on Letterman? She'd come out and sing.
Never heard that name before in my life.
God, come on!
Are you thinking of David Sanborn?
No, she did every single I think it was she would sing "Christmas, Baby, Please Come Home" on Letterman every year, like the last show before Christmas, and then like the year he retired, she came back. I was like, she's done it for like 15 years or however many years, and we're bringing her back for the last one. You of all people, I'm surprised.
If it didn't happen during the NBC era, I wouldn't know.
It's a marshmallow world.
She's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I'm glad.
I'm just trying to bring a little
I was thinking about you the other day. Because we were
touching yourself.
so stupid.
Oh God, that makes me so sick just thinking of it. I was just thinking the other day, I was talking to my wife about Christmas decorations and when this is all going down, when we're going to put the outside decorations up, because it's a bit of a cold snap here for the next 7 days or so in the Northeast. And I was curious if yours are already up. Is your whole house already lit from outside? Like,
the house is pretty well decorated on the inside. I've got lights up on the inside all throughout the house. The way we like to do it is we keep the kitchen harvesty Thanksgiving themed until Black Friday. Then that turns over. So I've got like 6 boxes downstairs ready to come up, but I've already brought up 6. In terms of outside lights, 2 days ago on the 15th, as is tradition, I did the lights along our white picket fence. And then this weekend, I will try not to die as I hang them on my house. Because it's pretty scary. I have a ladder that I have to stand on the top rung to get to 2 spaces, and it's just like rickety. And I always think like, this last year I was like, if I fall, I'm going to die. Not just break my leg, I'm going to die. But it's Christmas.
It is so scary. When I get so I got this ladder, and it's new, and I'm excited about it. I did some gutter cleaning this fall up high, and I didn't like it. I was very scared. I'm scared of heights naturally. But when I get up on this thing, I'm like, this is a new ladder. It was not cheap. It's a good, well-made ladder. But really, all that is holding you is like two pieces of metal that are like this thick.
Yeah.
And they go into this little slot. And if that thing just gives for any reason, it's just, and it's either paralyzed or dead. You know, those are the two options. So it's so damn scary.
It's very, very scary. It was easier to take them down than put them up. But I felt like last year, I was going to hire somebody, and the guy came and was like, yeah, we can do it for about $7,000. I'm like, fuck yourself.
I remember you saying on stream, you were like, I'm just going to pay somebody to do it. I was like,
that was my plan.
That is not the holiday spirit.
Yeah, it's not the
Nicest
holiday
guy
spirit.
in the world came, gave me an estimate. It was like $7,000. I was like, yeah, well, I'll be in touch. Because the lights are expensive. And so last year I did it, and a lot of it was just like, I can't reach, the ladder's rickety. Now I feel like I've got a system. So those will go up this weekend, and then we have a giant 20-foot tall Santa that goes on the lawn. That'll probably go up on Sunday.
Is that a blow up, John, or is it like a huge plastic Santa?
It's a blow up, John. It inflates every day at 4:30 p.m. So like now it's so dark in Westchester.
Every day it's just like,
Wait, deflates?
Yeah, they have everything on a timer. Like,
Oh my god, I
everything
didn't
is-
know that's how those worked.
Yeah, it's pretty
You
great.
don't want to pay for the electricity all day long.
Yeah, no. You see our bill. It's just like in National Lampoons when it's like spinning the meter. I was thinking about getting some more blow-ups this year. We'll see. The Santa one's a real big hit. But it's so dark.
Like whom?
There's no street lamps in Yorktown or anywhere in Westchester. The Taconic doesn't have a single fucking light on it. So I light up the entire grid of the neighborhood because there's light and it's great. I'll walk out there in the middle of the night, just admire the lights and then run back away from the raccoons.
Are the neighbors fans of the blow up Santa, or are they scarred by the 4:30 occurrence?
I think they're into it. I mean, who doesn't love a little Christmas cheer? They know we have kids, and a lady the other day saw me put it. She's like, "Wow, you're hanging those up early." I'm like, "Yeah, it's for the kids." And then I said, "Actually, it's for me. It's mainly for me. I just love it so much."
Please never speak to me again.
please don't talk to me. Exactly, that's what I was saying.
Troy, have you seen, speaking of Christmas, have you seen the Netflix movie Falling for Christmas yet?
Is that the Lindsay Lohan one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on our to-do list.
Okay.
I've been so deep into Hallmark, I just haven't had time, Skid.
There's a new Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie?
Yeah, it is. I highly recommend it. No one in the movie wants anything to do with being in this movie. It is so incredible.
Everybody's trying to
there
get
looks
into it.
like they want to leave. It's fucking great.
Yeah, they're all trying to get into the Christmas movie game to compete with Hallmark and Lifetime. So Netflix has started to dab their toe. Last year they had.
They have their toe. They've been deep in it. Are you not a Christmas
not.
Prince?
Yeah, I
Christmas
didn't
Prince
like the
2?
Christmas Prince. I
Christmas
didn't.
2?
I sat through both of them, and I wasn't a fan. It just doesn't have the sort of morphine
Formula?
drip that the Hallmark has. Yeah, the formula and the morphine drip. I watched the one last year with what's her name? The comic and the girl. I can't remember. I'm turning an old man. You know the one with the comic and the girl?
The funny man.
The funny guy. Anyways. A lot of
And they go on a road trip. See,
Her and the joke teller go on a road trip.
it's supposed to. The reason I was really into it is it was supposed to take place in Lake Placid, but they didn't actually film it in Lake Placid. And Lake Placid is such a big part of our Christmas tradition, so that's why we watched it. And it was good. It was actually. I was surprised that it was good.
did
Very
you get to watch my favorite Christmas movie last year?
Which is
We talked about it on the stream. Let's see how well you pay attention to my Christmas spirit.
it's a weird one. I remember
It's
it
not a
being
weird one. It's a Best Picture winner, Troy.
That's why it's I remember you said it. You were like, "Some like it hot." And we were like, "What? That's a."
It's you're not far off. It's the apartment.
I knew it was something like that.
It's a Billy Wilder movie.
They're
Had to be
both,
something weird.
It's not weird. It's a classic.
How's everybody doing tonight? Skid, you look like you're ready to hit up the Playboy Mansion after this call.
I'm good. We have you, Troy. You can relate. We have to keep our heating off because it's very loud while this is going on, and it's freezing outside. And actually, the heating system was broken for 2 days, which is like 52 degrees in here.
Oh,
Doesn't sound that bad if you're outside. If you're inside in your home, it's horrible. So to shield myself against oncoming hypothermia, I have to look like I'm Father Christmas.
Father Christmas.
But Skid, you are on record as being very pro robe.
I love robes. I'm a big robe guy, so any excuse. But in this case, I actually needed to live.
Do you like a robe with nothing underneath, or you like robe with clothes?
No,
Obviously
I
with
like
clothes.
having clothes on underneath. I like layered robing.
Layered robing.
That's
You're a
my-
layered robist.
I'm a layered robist. That's my method of choice.
Well documented layered robist.
Layered robing.
Okay, where do you stand on this whole
documented.
robe debate?
Yeah, I don't want to start. I don't want to open a whole can of worms, but I'll just say, for my own personal taste, layered robing is how I choose to live.
Okay, you a big robe person?
We were
Please
waiting
don't
for you to
ask
speak,
me.
Kate.
Yeah.
I don't.
Would you take us on a tour of your robe collection? Your
I don't
extensive
wear
robe?
robes. It's something that like I see other people do, like get out the shower and like put on a robe while you get ready, and it like looks fun. And I'm like, I want to be that person, but then like I get a robe and I'm like, I don't want to fuss with this. I don't know. Like I have my routine, and it doesn't involve a robe. My husband loves robes. He's got a robe. He's a robe boy.
Big robe guy.
Yeah.
Robes are a lot of work. I'm not going to lie.
Is it?
Gotta commit.
Let me ask you: is it sexy for a guy, and this is for all of us, to wear like a silk kimono that ends at the hip and nothing else? Is that a good look?
We can have your opinion on this.
Tonight. Oh my god.
Depends on the
Matthew, I
silk.
imagine you prancing around the house in one of those flowery
the-
kimonos.
I just like the feel of it on my skin.
Just picture the hair that's coming out from the
You know what?
underneath.
I do have a robe, and it's a silk robe, and I wear that robe because it does feel good on your skin.
Yeah, I like a silk robe.
I don't think I've ever worn a silk robe.
I got
the
one for
glass,
being
actually.
on a bachelorette. I was a bridesmaid for some, and yeah, they
And
gave
the
us robes to
bridesmaid's
get.
dress was silk robes?
No, they gave us robes to get ready in, so that
You
we
know
get ready
about
and we match and we're all cute.
Yes.
You know, like vibes.
Mm.
Like vibes?
Like vibes, Joe. God.
I like, as many of you know, I enjoy a good hotel room robe, especially when you've been caught in the rain, which has happened, I think, 2 or 3 times when we were on the road. And I've worn robes with Skid. You and I wore robes together. I wore
Yeah,
robes
that was
with
fun.
Grant.
Yep.
Yeah, in Boston.
I'm not
I
a
remember.
robe guy.
No.
I have the same problem with robes that I have with slippers. I don't wear them because they just instantly make me sweat. Instantly.
Word.
And I just, I can't, it's uncomfortable. A buddy of mine started a company. I think I told you guys about this years ago, but he started a company called sportrobe.com. If you ever want to check it out, sportrobe.com. It's
What was
pretty
that name
legit.
again?
It is it's jerseys as robes. Like
Oh.
every sport, every major athlete, you get the number, the name on the back. It's a robe, and they're pretty legit.
Sport robe.
My
is
dad,
it?
my dad had a robe. It was a silk robe in the 70s, and it was the ugliest thing in my memory. It's the ugliest thing I can think of. It was like striped with like black and orange and red. It was like the skin of a psychedelic tiger that caught fire. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. It's burned into my memory.
Do you remember Zubaz? So I'm dating
yeah.
myself here. That was big.
That's what it was like. It was like a robe, a Zubaz robe.
Sounds like a Bengals Zubaz robe.
Yeah, it was. That's the closest comparison you could possibly make.
Any Zubaz fans in the chat? Zubaz. I think my dad still has a pair of like early Pat the Patriot Zubaz pants.
Oh, they were so awful. They were so horrible looking.
Well, I'm excited to be back. We obviously we weren't here last week, and this is the last stream of this show of the year. The next show, which will be the last show of the year for us, is the Philly show, and there are still some tickets available to that. We just sold out of VIP, so get your tickets, and if you need a little extra incentive, guess who's going to be there? Joe's going to be there. Skid's going to be there. Matthew's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Sydney's going to be there. And Kate's going to be there in Philly. Kate's going to be there.
Wait,
Kate was going to be there.
Where?
They're going to be in Philly.
I actually didn't either. Wow, that's awesome.
It's going to be very exciting, but the there is the problem. It's Philadelphia.
That's the, yeah. I made a
dare
dinner
you.
reservation a year in advance, and they canceled it already. No, it's if you just don't talk to anybody, it's a good time.
Or try to eat in a restaurant.
Yeah, don't do that.
Many of the
Excited to go
buildings.
there
Yeah,
the first time.
you'll love it if you just picture without people. Picture a neutron bomb going off, sort of an Omega Man situation. Just the buildings themselves, many of them are quite nice.
And quite historical.
They have good
Kate
cheese
strikes
sticks.
me as a real American history buff.
She is. You could tell.
I like architecture.
Yeah.
pretty buildings.
Okay.
You don't know me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Then we'll take it to
strike me
Boston
as someone who's been
sometime.
like, if I don't see the Constitution before I get out of here, I'm gonna lose my mind. It just doesn't
They
seem.
have the Constitution there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
You want to see it?
The original.
Sure.
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 Well, I hope that I bet you we just sold 1,000 more tickets now that people know Kate's coming. I'm excited. We're gonna have a full house. I mean, we're at City Winery. This is like a nice place for us vagrants to be hanging out. So that's going to be a great show, and it's always our favorite show of the year. We call it the Christmas extravaganza. It's really a good time. There's ugly sweaters. I'm bringing back the eggnog, I think. Hopefully I'll feel better than I did when I came onto stage. But
Troy, question.
Yeah.
Instead of my ugly sweater, which I enjoy wearing very much, but it does tend to get a little hot. How would you feel if I wore a robe?
Is it a
Silk
Christmas
robe?
themed robe?
I don't know. I don't have one. I'd have to find a robe.
If you get a Christmas themed robe, I think that's appropriate. Yeah. I already got my outfit.
Yeah, I think I'm
intense.
down, Matthew. I think it's appropriate to walk out on stage and like, it's not so much a Christmas sweater for a Christmas party as much as it is an outfit for what you'd be wearing Christmas morning. So like pajama pants and a Christmas robe, and like a cup of
Slippers.
coffee. I think it's legit. I
You know,
like
it'd be
it.
real cute. How about some pajamas under that robe?
That's what you just said.
Literally what I just said.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't know if he was going to do that. You got to go. You got to get the Hannah Andersons. We get the Hannah Andersons for the family every year. They're a little pricey, but they're so nice.
Wait a minute, guys. Why don't we just get pajamagrams for all of us?
Oh, this
Matching,
is
like matching set
A matching set of pajamas for the Christmas show.
would be
this is
adorable.
that's a
And we could have stockings across the front of the table.
my
And we can all have we can go through our Christmas stockings when we come out on stage.
We
We'll
could
have
do a-
surprise gifts. We'll do
I'm not
Secret
even-
Santa.
I would do a Secret Santa.
on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
that would be so. I don't know about you, but I think you guys are getting in the Christmas spirit. Something just happened here.
something
This has
just.
never-
I actually just got there. I wasn't there at all, and I am fully on. Like I just got all Christmased up.
I heard matching pajamas and I was in.
Yeah, it is
It took
exciting.
7 years, and I did it.
I'm not even joking. I will let's do matching pajamas.
Oh my god, I love the Secret Santa on stage.
Yes.
Come on.
Sydney's in chat right now. She says, "I'm going to make stockings."
She'll start knitting stockings.
Yes, she will. I bet she will.
The show's in like 2 weeks, isn't it?
This is phenomenal. This is great. Well, I'm excited. Please come out. It really is our favorite show of the year, and we've got a lot of fun, exciting surprises for that. So come on out. In the meantime, I do want to play Pathfinder, but I've got 6 or 7 more announcements. If you watch the State of the Naish, you probably heard me talk about how we've got all these growth initiatives we're doing, and in order to do that, we want to find sponsors for our various shows. Like the new shows that we did this year, we want to find sponsors in order to be able to bring those shows back. But we're looking for sponsors just for the network in general to help us kind of achieve all the exciting things we want to achieve. We want to move into a new studio somewhere in New York, and it costs money. And like in an ideal world, these sponsors would all be sponsors that are tied in to what we do. But if Trojan or Summer's Eve calls,
After tonight's episode, maybe they will.
take that. Dosh.
Give Pajamagram. There we go. Give Pajamagram a call right now.
I'm a Hannah Anderson guy. I don't cheat. Unless Pajamagram knows how to write Glass Cannon LLC on a check, in which case we'll talk to them. But we do have a sponsor for tonight's episode. Our first sponsor. And this is a company that's owned by a member of the Naish. This is
yes,
Dauntless Snacks.
Oh,
Look at this.
Yeah.
They gave me about 20 of these sticks. McD sent them over to me. These are meat sticks. We've had these before. They sent them to the office, and we like plowed through these in a week, just eating meat sticks. This company is owned and operated not only by a member of the Naish, but a Marine vet. Always great to support veteran-owned businesses. Just had Veterans Day recently. And let me tell you something. Back when I'm going to eat there's an original one and a jalapeno one. I'm going to eat the jalapeno one while I let you guys.
I have not tried the jalapeno one yet.
Oh, dude, it's great.
I'm saving it for mid-ep. Sometimes I need a little pick-me-up.
Well, pick
I
me
haven't
up,
gotten
man.
mine yet, but I've never had a meat stick before.
Oh, Kate. Let me tell you something. Back when I was in peak physical condition before I had children and success, when I was working out like a madman doing CrossFit, I could never get enough protein. You know, they say you're supposed to have 1 gram of protein for every pound you weigh. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you're supposed to eat 200 grams of protein a day. And that's fucking hard to do. It's really hard. You gotta eat like 6 chicken breasts for lunch to get that. You wanna get that prote, as they call it. And the beauty thing, oh my God, it's so good.
It's like what a mongoose eats. It's
Yeah,
like the ratio.
dare I ask who the they in that source is?
People who are ripped and shredded, Matthew. See, this is the problem. A vegetarian like Matthew, he needs a meat stick. When you hug Matthew, it leaves an impression like a memory foam pillow because he doesn't get enough protein. But the beauty of this is like you just need a snack during the day. Instead of eating cookies or chips, you just grab a meat stick. And these Dauntless Snacks meat stick, the jalapeno is really good. It's got like a nice kick, but it's not overpowering if you like too much spice. Anyways, I made fun of Matthew. You should check this out, and they're giving discount. Go to dauntlesssnacks.com, use the code GCNNaish to get 10% off your order. They got subscription boxes. Maybe you got somebody in your life that likes to pound the prote. Get a little Christmas gift for them.
They just gifted a ton of subs in the chat right now, too.
Oh, come on. That's
I
awesome.
might get my Secret Santa some Dauntless Snacks.
If it's me, please. Sold. I love meat sticks. I think that they're a great snack. Like there's just times when I don't want chips or like pretzels. You know what I mean? It's like just a great snack sometimes.
And they're salty, you know. It fills that salty craving with also giving you the protein that you need.
Yeah.
I've said this many times over the years, but Joe, that is going on your tombstone. I love meat
I'm getting
sticks.
a really long tombstone cooking here if Matthew's carving it. I just want to say thank you to Dauntless Snacks, seriously, because they sent us a huge
look like
box.
the Stanley Cup.
They sent us a huge box when they first went into business 2.5 years ago. It was around then, I think, about 2 years ago, and they were a member of the nation. They were just so thankful for. I think, if memory serves, they basically said we started this because of the inspiration of you guys starting a business, you know, and it was just really awesome. And to have them come up and be like, we want to sponsor you after we did the Naish was just awesome. So thank you so much.
I met him too out in Denver. He came to one of Nick Shelton's stand-up shows, and he and Nick Shelton are hanging out now too, which is really funny.
They're pounding that prote together?
Yeah. It's great stuff. He's a really cool guy, and and I love the meat sticks as well. So.
I mean, with so Big D is working chat, and he just posts, pound that prote, and then the link to Dauntless Snacks. I think we have a new tagline for Dauntless Snacks, and we'll give you that for free. Pound that prote.
I'm not even joking. That was so fucking good. I love things with jalapeno. Anyways, please check them out. It's just fantastic. We have sponsors now. I guess we should play some Pathfinder. Anything else? Philly tickets. Kate's going to be on the show. Matthew's. We'll get to that later. Guess we'll do the recap.
Take it to the recap, Kate.
This is a quick one. Kate, hit the music.
Yeah, got it.
All right.
On it.
Click.
Hit the robe. This is a quick one, actually. Last time, God, it was forever ago. 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago? Anyways, you finally bid farewell to all of those thralls that you saved from the Rasmiran Faith Barge. The mighty Edgelord and his crew bid farewell as they left to go to this little fishing village to return to their old lives, or perhaps, in some of their cases, start a new life. Except for one of them, O.J. Simpson, who was convinced to stay and join the crew of the Sullen Starling. And I hope Paizo writers are listening and decide to bring the Sullen Starling back into an adventure one day and write O.J. Simpson into it.
I'm sure they'd love that.
I think that's very likely is the word I'd use. Likely.
Did we establish that it's Simpson with a Y or something?
Yes.
So we're
Yes.
just being clear.
OJAYSYMPSON.
OJ.
O.J. Simpson.
Like the OJs, the band.
Right, like the OJs.
Yeah.
So OJ's a part of the crew now, with all those other weirdos.
The only thing that they have in common, which is just very coincidental, is that he refers to himself as the juice.
Right.
It's just a
Even that, right?
coincidence.
It's juice. It's juice like Joose if you actually scripting it.
Right.
Come on, leave the juice alone. So the juice, he's part of the crew. After that, you continued your journey down the Selen until you saw these 3 well-dressed people waving at you from the far side of the shore. So you approached cautiously, having been burned now several times on your journey. And they told you that they were heading in the direction of Taldor, which is where you're heading, but they were attacked and robbed, and now they're seeking safe passage. You feel like they're on the level, so you agree to help. They tell you that their employer is holed up just up the way in a barn with what little stuff is remaining from the attack on them. So Skywin, your captain, tells the 5 of you to go investigate to make sure everything's on the up and up. So you go there and you find this handsome fat guy asleep in the hayloft. Turns out it's a man named Emilio Daldamain, the rogue senator that the Grey Gardener was looking for when you stopped in Debril. So you corner, you're like, yeah, that guy they're looking for. And he tells you he has no idea why the Revolutionary Council wants him dead. But just as he found out that they were after him, he received this strange missive from some group known as the Stardust Augurs. And they say they want to help him out with his predicament and offer him refuge in the Verduran Forest if he can get there. So he sends his wife and children ahead separately, knowing that his life is in danger, and he takes his 3 trusted employees with him to try and get down there. And they were, of course, attacked. So you agree, all right, come on, fatty. And he decides to come with you. And just as you're walking back to the boat, the Grey Gardener, Glower, shows up. Wouldn't you know it? As if it was written into the adventure.
Of
it was just
all days.
random D100 roll. And she shows up with 2 militia trackers. And it's like, all right, you give me him and we're cool. And you're like, no, fuck that. And so you fight. And we get all the rules right and you kill her. So now...
Recap done.
There it is. Kill the recap music, Kate.
Oh, okay, got it.
So now we pick up, we'll fade out of that scene as Glower's, the light goes from her eyes that you can't see behind the mask.
We remove the mask.
And she's beautiful and dead. She reminds you of your ex-wife.
I want, that's weird because about what I'm about to say, but Ethel Merman, I just want for the record, dismembers the body and buries the Grey Gardener's pieces in various spots so they won't be traced back to them.
Okay.
Oh,
You
good
guys
idea.
watch that. All good.
And I'll assist, actually. I will.
I'll help
Aldo.
too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, there's a lot of enthusiasts, a lot of cadaver enthusiasts here.
I'll supervise.
Okay. But I'm going to use like an alchemical solution to dissolve the pieces of the body as they lay buried in the ground, like kimchi.
We get a plastic tub in which to do it. Definitely plastic.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to take her eyeballs in my cloak
She was beautiful.
without you seeing.
She's very disfigured now and buried in several places around the barn. So we fade out of that horrible, horrible scene.
It's like I like how you tried to gloss over it, and we just started like all of us like sawing into a body.
Just like a pack of hyenas who just tear into his body.
The last thing you see is just Eris with the decapitated head of Glower scooping out the eyeballs. We fade from there. We come back up on the ship. Obviously, the thralls are gone, but now you have Senator Emilio Daldamain and his 3 companions. Skywin was happy at the prospect of having them aboard, thinking that maybe they had a little money, but now knowing that they're wanted and conveniently robbed of their riches, she's now begrudgingly still planning to sleep out under the stars in the hopes that, just like he told you, the Senator will be able to make good on his promises to give you all these rewards once he reaches safety. So it's a little more cramped, but certainly not as bad as it was when all those people are on there. There's 4 new people. Meanwhile, there are still 3 of the 7 gifts that you've been taking to the taking trips to the Dreamlands to try and inquire. There's still 3 of those 7 gifts out there. You have 3, and you lost the chance at getting the 4th one. In the research that you've been doing now that you have several wise magic users at your disposal, seems to be taking you in search of a Heartstone belonging to a night hag, this soul trader and ambassador to where from where, you don't know, known as Quiviandra. What do you guys want to do? You want to keep doing your research into this and try and take that trip?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we said it was tonight, or was it tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I believe.
Yeah, but we still have to do the research, right? We need to get the phrase.
Oh my God, I forgot the most important thing. You guys leveled up at the end of last episode.
Level up, you say?
8! This is amazing. Is this your first level up in 2E?
Me?
We know it's yours, but have we leveled up at all in this book? I don't think we have.
I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
There were a
have a new
couple
character.
shows
I've
I was going to
forgotten
level you
everything.
up, but I forgot. Oh. And then months passed, and it was just never a right time.
I think it is the first time.
I think it is. Okay. Well, you guys, you earned it. Let's talk about this level up as we do. Joe, sorry to keep you awake. Who wants to start? Matthew, do you want to talk about Eris's, not Eris, what the fuck's your name? Ethel's level up.
I wouldn't be able to talk about Eris's, but I can talk about Ethel. So yeah,
That'd be fine.
Ethel gets at this level. Ethel gets a fighter feat and a skill feat.
Ooh.
No, nice.
It is nice. In fact, and well, let's get the skill feat out of the way because the skill feats. There's I don't know. There's not a ton of great skill feats for me. So Joe recommended one that sounded great, where I could just train myself in a new skill, but I don't have the intelligence for that. So
You're stupid.
I'm stupid. So
Because you're stupid, Matthew.
Because you're stupid, Matthew.
Because I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Yes, of course. So I just took battle medicine, which is useful, and I figured, Ethel's seen some things.
Do you
Maybe
have any wisdom?
I have a little wisdom.
Do you have any? Okay.
And I have,
You're trained in medicine?
I'm trained in medicine.
Oh, sweet.
So I took battle medicine. But then I had 2 amazing, like actually spectacular options for a fighter feat. And I'm really, really torn. I think I made my decision, but okay. But here's the one I didn't take. Okay. It's blind fight. Blind fight in 2E is spectacular.
Is it really?
Yeah. So here, I'll get, this is one I didn't take. But blind fight, if you're fighting an opponent that's hidden from you, or you don't need to succeed at a flat check to target concealed creatures. You are not flat-footed to creatures that are hidden from you, unless you're flat-footed for them for reasons other than the hidden condition. And you only need to make a successful DC 5 flat check to target a hidden creature.
Oh, that's great.
And as you know, this was flat checks have been bane of Ethel's existence.
Yeah.
So, invisible creatures are awful. So I was really, really torn. But then I read about Flensing Strike.
Oh,
so
wow.
Oh, that sounds
Flensing?
good.
Wow. That's a great Moby Dick vocab word.
Yes, Flensing. I'm sorry, it's
Flensing.
Flensing Slice, actually. So
Ooh.
this builds on my...
That'd be great if we go up against any sperm whales.
Yes, sperm
There's
whales
real
or cold
trouble.
cuts.
Right.
You made it weird.
So this builds on my double slice ability. If I hit with both attacks, I flens the target, making it bleed and creating a weak spot. The target takes 1d8 persistence bleeds damage per weapon damage dice of whichever weapon has the most damage dice that I'm using, and becomes flat-footed, and its resistances to any physical damage types are reduced by 5.
Wow.
Great.
Until my next turn.
Wow.
But I was like, well, that's cool. So I took that.
Awesome.
That's very cool. Yeah, the feats, when you get to unlock these high level feats, they do sound pretty cool. What about you, Joe? What's Atticus? Some new spells?
Yeah, he's got new spells, 8th level feat, and 8th level skill feat. I'm pumped. I am pumped with this level up. So let's start with a bang on the class feat. there's some really good options, but I went with Advanced School Spell, which I think is just awesome for the way that I like to play and my vision of Atticus. So your Advanced School Spell is you take a feat that unlocks your next focus spell, focus power of your, not only your class, but your school that you took. So I am an illusionist. And so I unlock at 8th level as a focus power, invisibility cloak. And so I spend a focus point and I can just go invisible like a 2nd level spell. And I can recharge that with a 10-minute rest. And I think it's a 10-minute rest. And
does that take 2 actions or no?
Yeah, I believe it would work like the spell. So it would take 2 actions. But yeah, he can just vanish. Cool. I mean, it's just like having a vanish all the time. Plus, I got another focus point. So I can do it twice without having to rest. And I have another thing I think that synergizes well with it, which is linked magical focus for my focus on my magical object that allows me to like cast one spell I've already cast per day. When I use that, it recharges a focus point. So all these things are like loading onto each other to allow me to be really go invisible whenever I want, which I think is perfect for an illusionist.
That's cool.
For my spells, I'm not going to say what my spells are. They'll come out in when we play.
Did you get a new level of spell?
I did not. Okay. I was already casting 4th level spells. I got another 4th level spell slot, which is great. And I learned 2 new 4th level spells. So they're all high level spells that'll come out eventually.
Nice.
And then I got a skill feat, and I'm actually really psyched about this one because same thing. I looked at it and I had the like 4th level wizard skill feat options or spellcaster options, and I was just like, I don't really like this. I'm never going to use it. And maybe this is something I'll never use, but I was really happy with skill training, which allows me to take a skill from untrained to trained. And I went with thievery, which I don't think we have a lot of. And it boosted my thievery from a +4 to a +14.
Holy
huge.
shit.
Just making it trained because I got my proficiency and I have an 18 dex. So like it just
that's great.
synergized really well. And so it just gives you a lot more options in a party without a rogue. You know, that's
kind of fun. I mean, obviously with traps and stuff, having that, sometimes you need to be of a certain ilk, but having that bonus is going to help you actually detect it. But what's interesting is like in Pathfinder 1st edition, if you spent a feat on boosting a skill, like that was a big investment because like there's so many spells, feats that boost stuff that's super useful. Getting that +10 to acrobatics is like very specific. You're giving up dodge and other things like that. Having the skill feat is a nice addition.
Yeah, I agree. And I love the jump. It makes such narrative sense to me too, not just mechanical sense. The jump from untrained to trained is massive. Yeah. You know, the jump from trained to master is a little bump. Master to trained to expert is a little bump. Expert to master is a little bump, but the biggest bump is getting your proficiency bonus, which is based on your level. Going from untrained to trained is huge. So that's really interesting.
Just to like train to master and master, like that's more about what the kind of tasks that you can unlock by doing that rather than the bonus. That
you
you're getting better and better. But if you are just untrained at something, you can't do it. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
What about Aldo? I think Aldo's due for something juicy. Or did you take a little dip?
I did not take a dip. It's funny. I leveled up, I think like 2 months ago because I was trying to learn something about how Pathfinder works or something. So I can't really remember. But the one thing that I did get, I don't think anything too exciting. I took toughness as a feat.
Nice.
So my recovery roll instead of 11 plus dying value is 9 plus dying value. So that helps a little bit.
Oh, nice.
I took the calculated splash ability, which as a bomber, instead of using the splash damage of whatever bomb I'm throwing, I use my intelligence bonus instead. So instead of +1 or sometimes +2, it's +4.
Oh, that's
splash damage.
Huge.
That's great.
Which is really, really nice. And I can read lips. I took the lip read.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Especially as like this campaign develops. Yeah, there's a lot of like cosmic beasts, but there also seems to be a lot of like, you know, who do you know and like nobility and like all there's that opportunity for some intrigue. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Or if you see a Shoggoth just whispering to a hunting horror, you'll know what he's saying.
Hey, you owe me $20.
Hey, the $20 for that back alley blowjob. Sorry.
doesn't seem that like
That's what the Shoggoth did.
you're in a mood
Shoggoth was
tonight.
giving BJs in the alley.
To the hunting horror. Sorry.
It's your game. You're running it.
You're running it. It's your world, Troy.
It's my
We're just
world.
living in
That's-
it. We're just playing
It's my fantasy. Kate, what about Eris? You had a long run at 7th level, so I'm sure you were waiting for this.
Yeah, I was really excited to add on more stuff.
because you had already mastered
And
where
honestly,
you were.
Joe, I heard you say you got a spell, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, you forgot
I
about
saw it.
spells.
And I thought that it was just I got another spell slot for number 3. So I was like, oh, okay, I get another spell slot. I didn't realize that I got another spell. But I'll just
I think
start
you
with
probably
some-
get 2 more. You probably get two new
Are
spells.
you serious?
That's
No,
what-
I'm pretty sure it's just one.
Is it just one for a witch?
Anyway, the second you said that, the entire time you guys were talking, I was like, oh my God, I gotta pick a spell right now. But for the feats, skill feat, I got, like everyone else, a skill and a class feat. I chose quick recognition, so I can recognize spells swiftly. Any spell using a skill, which I'm a master of, as a free action, which is occult.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh,
I
great.
figured that could be useful.
What was that spell? Okay.
And then for my class one, I had to take Eldritch Nails.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Eldritch
had
So
to.
my nails, they're already
Had to.
supernaturally long and sharp, but they gain like an unarmed attack that deals 1d6 slashing damage just the way they are. And they're in the brawling group. They have agile and unarmed traits. And then I can also etch runes into them. So I did. I spent a little coin that I have, and I etched the striking rune into it. So it actually does 2d6
Oh,
slashing.
wow.
Ooh,
damage.
nice.
Where'd you buy those runes?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna buy them.
Did you
I
stop
plan
at the
to.
rune store near the barn?
I plan on finding a rune store somewhere.
Ethel
off this
actually
boat.
dabbles in a little rune selling. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Maybe you sent away. Maybe it took 4 to 6 weeks and they're just arriving.
They
now
just
to level up.
You send in a couple gold pieces and a proof of purchase, and you get
A little
And I'm
motorboat
like, you
pulled
see
up
me
to
in the
sell
back of the
store.
boat, like gluing on fake nails on top of my current ones. Like, yeah,
Lee press on runes.
press on rune
We
nails.
press on runes.
But for spells, so yeah, like I
Confirmed,
just quickly.
You get
What?
2 spells. 2 new spells.
Are you serious? Okay, well, I didn't pick out the second one yet, but like just off the
wait.
bat. What?
We'll wait.
Oh wait.
We'll wait for you to find the second spell.
the spells. Let's take 5. I'll eat another meat stick.
But like for the first one, just off the bat, I was looking through them, and gaseous form looks really cool. So the target transforms into a vaporous state. In this state, the target is amorphous and loses any item bonus. And but it takes it gains resistance 8 to physical damage and is immune to precision damage. You can't like cast spells, but you can like fly and slip through tiny cracks. So like for
That's cool.
Eris, I'm just kind of like new ways to like get into children's bedrooms and then
Oh,
eat them.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it
thematically,
works.
it's great for you. It's also a
So-
great way to run away, like if you need to
Yeah.
get away.
Yeah.
Terrific escape spell, for sure.
Get to places where we're not allowed.
Mhm.
So I might
Yeah.
take that. For my second spell, I'm just going to pretend like I'm being mysterious and not telling you.
Whoa.
That's just smart. Research it after the session. Don't
Yeah.
rush that choice. It's a big choice.
Don't
totally.
pen in gaseous form. Just pencil it in.
Pencil. All right. Everyone at home, if you're keeping track like a baseball game, just pencil in gaseous form, fly out to center field. Great. And now, Sydney, text me all your updates and we'll read them aloud.
Yeah, Sydney,
so-
link your character sheet in chat.
Just post it on Twitter. All right.
But
so-
hurry.
Don't post it on Twitter.
all right, so we want to take a little Dreamlands excursion ritual. So you spend the rest of the day meeting Emilio and his three buddies, and get to know them. They seem cool. They're fine. They kind of keep to themselves. They very graciously accept Skywind's cabin And Skywind's like, the sky better have money.
All of a sudden, she sounded like a pirate.
The sky better have money. Or I'll throw him overboard. And then the next night, you do the
Did the
dream.
Grey Gardener have any cool stuff, by the way?
Oh my God,
good
I did have
question.
this. Yeah, we always forget. Usually we're live and a couple cocktails, and we forget to like search people. But I did write down the gear. So the militia trackers had 20 crossbow bolts each, a crossbow. They each had +1 kukris.
Ooh,
That's awesome.
I'll take
That's
one of
great.
those.
Yeah, seriously,
oh,
Matthew.
I'll take one. Oh, I don't think I can use it. But
Well, +1 kook. They
I'll
both
take
had
one as a souvenir.
just to
They
tell
make
you.
great souvenirs. They make great gifts, actually.
Yeah, put it over the mantelpiece
Put it
once
over
I
the
settle
mantelpiece,
down.
Exactly. I can carve you a little stand for it.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
They each had leather armor, and they each had greater trackers goggles.
Very cool. Very cool.
I just want to remember what those did because I feel like it was something. Oh,
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that it's a bonus to survival checks.
It is to sense direction and track, and if you fail track, you can try again after 30 minutes instead of an hour. Who cares? But with greater trackers goggles, you get a +2.
You know, it's so funny. All of these goddamn abilities, I always think that they're cool. I always want to involve them. And in playing Pathfinder for a decade, we have never once had to track a quarry through the desert, through the jungle, through the forest, through the plains, and follow their tracks and hours at a time. You know what I mean? It is just
That's
never
true.
once come up. And it sounds like
Tracks
a really cool
never-
ability.
They never indicate any direction that anything went. They're just going in all directions. Every time we look at tracks, there's no indication of where that
7 years.
thing went. Yeah.
Well, you got those stupid goggles, and then the Great Gardener had a composite longbow, 20 arrows, had studded leather armor, a force shield, which you should look that up. It's a magical shield. I don't know, and no real shield wielders here, but a force shield. You can activate it with an action once per day, and it surrounds you with a bubble of force that gives you resistance 5 to physical for 1 minute,
Oh,
as long as
cool.
you're holding the
I think
shield.
all of us want that.
Yeah.
So she did that, like, actually, I don't even think I had my shield out, but anyways, I had it on my sheet of things I could have done. Anyways, pretty cool. Force shield, and then potion of flying, a religious symbol of Norgorber,
Oh,
or
nice.
as I used to call him, Knob Gobbler.
Hobgoblin, you actually did.
Back when we played the Pathfinder adventure card game. And here's the best one. I think this is right up Ethel's alley. A +2 striking short sword.
Oh, come on with this.
Wow.
Ethel.
That is an
say this.
unbelievable upgrade for Matthew.
Ethel, what do you have? You're a
Unbelievable.
2-weapon guy, right? What are your 2 weapons right now?
I have a +1 striking warhammer
Right.
and a +1 striking returning hatchet.
Oh, right.
I
Get
believe
rid
the
of that
striking-
shitty Warhammer.
I believe the striking is actually transmuted via my rings. So I have these doubling rings. So they basically you wear a ring on each hand, and it basically a rune or a property you have on one weapon can be doubled in the other hand.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very cool.
You know those rings that are like doubling rings?
So what was it? A +2 striking short sword?
+2 striking short john.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
How about, Ethel, you take the big sword and I'll take one of the little tiny swords.
The
You want the
kooks?
kukri?
Can I have one of the kukris, please?
The kookaries. Did you add another syllable to that? The kookaree.
Kukri.
Do you want me to like whittle you a little stand for you to put it on your mantle when you're not using it?
Yes, I do have a shrine, which I have not set up on this ship yet, for when I do my little rituals. So, like, if you make me a little stand for my kukri, yeah, I'll put it in my shrine.
Awesome.
Great. I'll do this for you. We just gotta find the wood, and then you'll find a nice ash, and I'll do a thing. It'll be beautiful. Beautiful.
Awesome.
I'm so excited.
And so the heroes
Oh my god.
sort out
Force,
their new gear.
Force Shield is amazing.
Yeah,
for,
I want
for
it.
no one in this party.
It's pretty good for Ethel, right?
Well, yeah, but you're kind of designed
You
around
need a
your
free
two-weapon
hand.
fighting.
Do you know that? I don't think with the Force Shield you need a free hand, right?
It is a shield. It's a shield.
Oh, it's an actual
Oh,
shield.
It
in
has
one
a,
hand.
It's a magical shield that has this once-a-day ability.
Skywyn says, I don't want any longbows on my ship, and she snaps it over her knee and throws it in the
Wait, I
water.
already put that on my sheet in anticipation of winning the roll-off.
The only reason I did that is because Sydney wrote, I hope someone remembers that I use a bow. No composite longbows on my ship!
It's like Joan Crawford.
No more wire.
No
Longbows.
haggis.
Does anyone want this religious symbol?
Take it.
Thanks.
It's all about you.
Of
Thank
course. What does the symbol of Norgorber look like? Norgorber. He's a Taldan deity. Did you know that? The Taldan deity of thievery and assassination.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
It's a weird god to be a fan
Right?
of.
For this person to have a symbol of?
Yeah, it's the patron god of assassins, like the Red Mantis assassins, I think, or Norgorber worshippers.
Yeah, I mean, she's like an executioner, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the symbol is a one-eyed mask. The symbol of Norgorber. It's like a black mask with one starry eye.
Oh, this is interesting. The short sword actually is not a huge upgrade, even at +2.
Wow.
But the biggest thing it has going for it is that it's agile, which
Yeah.
actually did.
Oh, that's big.
That is
so
very big.
that's better than your Warhammer.
Oh, well,
right?
my hatchet is also agile.
Oh.
Tricky.
Oh, is
Alright.
it an agile Warhammer? Is that what you said?
It's an agile hatchet.
Okay.
Well, you should switch out for
So it's just a +1. That's all it is. So if you want, you could just sell it. We could
might
just
sell
sell
it.
it.
I'll hold on to it for now, but when we get to town, I'll consider selling it and adding it to the group gold.
All right, can we add it to a list? Is anybody keeping a list right now?
I have it on my sheet.
Okay.
But we should. But
No,
you
I
should
mean,
keep a list.
I can't keep. I'm running the show. I'm running the whole fucking tech. Come on, somebody do a list. Kate.
I'll email the stuff to you guys. Don't forget that potion of flying.
Potion of fly.
Yeah, that's really valuable. I would give that to Ethel, probably, or I was gonna call you Alfonso. Oh,
Remember side quest?
side
Give it to
quest.
Alfonso.
Or to Aldo.
I think Aldo is actually probably the
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be cool
aerial
if,
bombing.
if Suki was a dinosaur that could also fly.
This is
What do
true.
you think, Suki? Yes, that would be a great idea.
I just emailed
She
you guys.
does.
the item.
dress fell off again. Whoops.
I'm seeing.
Oh no.
Naked again from the back and side in a tasteful way, anime
No, she wears pajamas under her robes.
Okay.
Layered, she's a layered robust.
She's an unlayered robust.
I'm looking at the chat, which I know I'm not supposed to do, but and also in the core rulebook, page 580. Apparently, you can transfer runes.
Oh yeah. Oh totally. God, I didn't even think of that.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Do you
I'll
like?
look into it, and then maybe I'll be able to transfer one of the +2 rune to my my Warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
And then you can give one of the. Are both of your existing weapons have runes on them, or they just functionally have runes on them because of
Yeah, like is one of the mundane when it comes out of your grasp?
I have to look. I can't remember what I decided.
I wanna be your warhammer.
Because you could give one of the +1 runes to Kate for her fingernails.
Call my name.
Yes. So my my hatchet is actually not +1 or striking. It's just a returning hatchet, but by virtue of my rings, it becomes +1 striking. I guess.
All right.
Cool. Well, I'm 90% sure you're doing something wrong. So I'm sure we'll find out.
I'm reading the book right now.
Oh,
I'm reading the book.
let's read Count Lao's books to learn more about this next gift. You've been reading about this Ambassador's Heartstone. You know that Lao sought the Heartstone, a very specific hag, this ambassador and soul trader named Quiviandra. You learn about the normal properties of a night hag's Heartstone. All these night hags, they have these Heartstones. And you know what, I think I told you that you learn what the properties are, but I never actually told you what the properties are. Each Heartstone is powered by the spirit of a specific night hag. If it's separated from her for 24 hours, or if she's been dead for 24 hours, it becomes a non-magical gemstone. A Heartstone allows the hag to use additional occult innate spells, such as Ethereal Jaunt, Bind Soul, and Shadow Blast. And with the Night Hag's Heartstone, it retains its magical properties for a month outside of her possession, not only a day, which for you guys is great because when you're holding on to it, once you get back to the Dreamlands, you could use those powers should you get it from her. You found a register of extraplanar diplomats listing Quiviandra as an ambassador to the city of Lavallee, which is a grim city of basalt and one of the Dreamlands' most notorious havens for vice. And according to a diary brimming with spiteful rumors, Quiviandra has an unnecessarily large retinue of retainers and an insufferably impervious manner. And you remember seeing a night hag that matched this description while you were traversing the caravanserai during your first trip to the Dreamlands. So, you enact the ritual. You pass the staircase around, hoping that it will work. The staircase goes from one hand to another, growing as it reaches the third set of hands, growing even more as it reaches the fourth. You already said goodbye to Xantar and Suki because they ate some bad fish and they're not feeling well. And they said, you go.
Our ability to improv reasons they don't go is really poor. Really bad. Really poor. They're
Bad
always
fish.
just sick. They're sick.
There's a lot of fish that you're eating. They had some bad ones.
No matter how tolerant they are. Doesn't mean they can't make you sick.
Right. An intolerant one must have slipped in there.
Must have slipped in there. Oh,
It's terrible for
I've had
your
intolerant
digestion.
fish.
I actually would love to do how long does it take for them to do the research, Troy?
Well, you've been doing it for about a week, and you're ready to enact the ritual. Do you want a flashback?
So I would love a flashback. So it's a crafting check. It's a crafting check to
slow down,
transfer
slow
the
down.
wound.
Slow it. Since you got the rune, it's been like a day, right? Like it's one day of research, right? Since the encounter with the. It's not like we got this rune a week ago. It's not like it's been a week since that encounter.
It takes one day.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're good. You want to make that
I'm
check?
looking at it. The only thing I'm having trouble finding is the DC. So it does cost money. I'm gonna need to borrow.
I'll set it.
cash.
40.
It's the DC of the crafting check to transfer him is determined by the item level of the rune being transferred, so that's all it says.
Well, the item level of the rune is pretty obvious. Like, just what's the level of the rune?
A weapon potency +2 is item level 10.
Right. So then Troy would just. It's based on the level 10 things all have a DC. Like level 10 has a DC in 2E. It's in the game mastery part.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't know what it is either off the top of my head.
Level-based DCs for 10 is DC 27.
That sounds dead on.
I'm not going to do. I'm going to wait a minute then because I only have a +10 to my crafting skill, and perhaps we can find someone who can help us.
Okay.
You could use a hero point.
Could use a hero point. I might need that hero point though. So
It's a
Are you willing to die for your rune?
As you're trying to craft that, Skywind comes over and says, "No runes on my ship!" Throws it in the water.
I mean, she's truly a badass if she just broke a rune over her knee. She just Bo Jackson to rune?
Jackson the rune. And then we come back to the handing of the staircase. And the last one that touches it is Aldo, for he's the most wise. And the staircase is just huge in your hands, and you let it fall to the floor. There's a staircase leading down yet again into the sea. You walk down.
Oh no. Is Eris gonna pass?
Is this how it always is?
Oh.
It seems like you're walking into the sea, but really you're just walking into darkness.
Eris.
That feels like you would be going into water.
He can see the trepidation in her face. It is only an illusion. Don't believe it. We are not walking into water. In fact, we are escaping the water. Just close your eyes if you must.
Okay. Closing my eyes, because I don't believe that doesn't make any sense to me.
And you can also tell her that these madnesses do not take hold of you when you're in the Dreamlands. So Ethel will not be fatigued. Atticus will not have his cognitive dissonance, and Eris will not have her insufferable fear of water.
Fascilophobia.
Fascilophobia?
It's thalassophobia. It's like made up of Greek words. I should be able to say this.
Yeah.
It's a fear of deep water and like big water. I have it. Like Caitlin has it.
In real life?
Yeah. Dude, big water?
It's funny.
Did I
'cause
ever tell you my-
You said Caitlin has it, and my wife also does not love deep ocean settings.
Did I ever tell you my deep water fear story? It's very quick.
You didn't tell me it, but I heard it on one of the podcasts.
I knew we
was
talked
like,
about it at some point.
and I was like listening to.
I have no fear of this stuff. Water doesn't bother me at all. I can swim. I can swim. What does it matter how deep the water is? I can swim. I got off this boat in the middle of, I think it was Bermuda. Oh no, it was in Hawaii. And we were snorkeling, and they drove us out to this island. And halfway between the main island and this other island we went to, they were like, all right, we're just going to get out here so you can look at how deep this is. And I was like, awesome. Like, didn't even think. And I got out, and you're floating there, and they just dropped a coin down, and it was so clear, and the sun was shining, and I could see that coin drop, for no exaggeration, like more than 60 seconds solid.
Oh, horrible.
And then I started to feel this overwhelming sense of like this maw below me, like this infinite sort of abyss that could just pull me in. And I was like, okay, I gotta get out. It was really weird mental reaction that I had to it. It was
It's
very,
your like
very strange to
lizard
me.
brain instincts of
Yeah.
like.
I started seeing the size of it and the depth, and I just got really weirded out, and I had to get out of there.
It's like
Did being
standing
on
on the
the-
edge of a cliff or something.
Yeah,
It's
like-
so horrifying to me.
Did being on the boat alleviate that, or were
Yeah,
you
as
just
soon as I got on the
constantly
boat,
aware
I
of
was
the maw?
fine. Like, I don't know. It was just in that moment, it's like something clicked about how really unknowable this is, right? Like how it was really scary. It was really scary.
Was it in Relay Cthulhu Sleeps or whatever that
Relay.
Relay?
Oh, yeah. Really?
Relay. Staircase. You guys walk down. As usual, as you start to walk down, you look behind you, and the boat is no longer there. It's just stairs going down. You look, you don't even see your companions traveling with you. Once you enter that staircase, you enter this extra-dimensional space, this pathway between planes of awake and asleep. Your bodies remain behind on the boat to be diddled by weird crew members.
Oh.
As you start to continue down, you start to smell smoke. Smoke that is like fruit scented and spice, like very strong, pungent spice smells. In fact, that haze begins to cloud your vision as you continue downward, and to eventually find yourself walking downstairs into a spacious round room. There's a vaulted ceiling above you that's barely visible in this haze of blue, mostly blue, but multicolored smoke. There's soft round couches covering the floor with several golden braziers, these ornate hookahs, small little tables covered in all sorts of things. You see the wall around you just curves, and every so often there's a curtained area behind it that you can't see, and then more wall, and then another curtained area, like these small little alcoves hidden from the main room. You look around and there are people all over the place, several different ancestries, all basically humanoid. In fact, it's mostly populated by these sullen-looking humans that are relaxing in this common room and partaking in all sorts of recreational drugs. You see 3 or 4 scantily clad men and women circulating the room, just politely selling these insidious substances to the patrons, like, what about this? And they'll give some money and then be handed something, and maybe they'll teach them how to smoke it or insert it. Let's go to the map real quick. Let's go to the Dave M map with New Pawns by Angeline.
Oh, Angeline.
So Atticus is unchanged, but we have a new Aldo. Complete.
Oh,
new Aldo
cool.
has Werner on his neck.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. You gotta. Can you put Aldo up again?
Yep.
I want everybody to see it on stream.
Oh,
Wow.
Werner.
That's
You gotta-
awesome and
sorry, one more time.
disgusting.
They sent these to me this morning. I was like, this is perfect, Angeline. So new Aldo, and then new Eris, or Eris actually.
Whoa, that is way creepier than I originally imagined, Eris.
Look at my puppet.
Look at the little puppet, and of course the neck, mouth, and chicken hands.
I like the blue tongue.
That's great.
And of course, the neck, mouth, and chicken hands.
And then this one is a sneaky favorite here.
Oh wow!
Merman.
Amazing.
Amazing,
Oh,
Angeline.
dude, that is phenomenal.
You look
Wow.
like Rusty Venture's dad, like and from Venture Brothers. He's going mountain climbing. That's what it looks like.
I love that.
That's
Isn't
amazing.
that great? I have Suki too, but
Bravo, Angeline.
Seriously.
So as you're taking this all in, and you know, as usual, you have to imagine this. The map is much larger than what we're actually seeing. You're seeing about a quarter of the room. If it's a big wide circle, this common area, these alcoves are all around this circle near the staircase, and there are these little setups with people milling about all over. But standing out amongst the crowd in front of you is a rather commanding presence, surrounded by a decent-sized retinue. You see laying on a mahogany and velvet divan a red-skinned woman with elaborately coiffed hair and a curvaceous form draped in expensive and partially see-through fabrics. She also has like 2 ram's horns coming out of her head. In fact, one of the attendants is like oiling the horns so that they glimmer in the blue light of the room. There's a lot going on in here, but it's a very chill atmosphere because of the drugs. And she notices you immediately as you step into the room, because you don't look like anyone else there, and you seem to have your bearings about you. Also, I imagine Eris's neck mouth gains a lot of attention wherever you go.
It's not always visible. I have my cloak on.
Oh, so maybe
No?
she doesn't see it, but she senses the neck mouth. She maybe motions to one of the people near her, whispers in her ear, and then that woman scurries over to you. It's a tiefling woman, in fact. Comes up to Atticus and says, Ambassador, how does she talk? Hey, Ambassador Quiviandra,
has noticed you and requests the pleasure of an introduction.
Oh, then we shall not keep her waiting. Thank you so much.
And she walks back to the couch.
I'm glad Atticus knew these traditions.
Right. When in Dilathleen, you walk over. Oh, I forgot to pull the image of her, but the pawn that I stole off the internet is pretty accurate. Just look. I don't want to zoom into it because I just grabbed it off Google. But she's got those ram horns, red skin. I'll try and get an image up when you guys start role-playing. But she brings you over, and there's all these people all around her. And she just kind of disperses them. Leave us! And the crowd that's like really, really close to her moves away. And she's like, come closer. I can tell. Yes, what do you say?
I was just going to say, when we come closer. I didn't know if you were waiting to...
No, I'm
Do you come closer?
stalling to think of what to say. Good evening, friends. I can tell by your wide-eyed looks and general comportment that you are strangers here to Dilathleen. You are also not the sort of dissolute addicts otherwise prevalent in this den. Where are you from?
That is a complicated question.
We have all the time in the world, my friend. Please regale me with tales of your homeland or world.
Well, Aldo sort of looks around and says, I'm from somewhere very far away. A southern land, a great continent, full of deserts, rainforest jungles, and strange creatures.
It sounds magnificent. I too am from far away. Many of these people are. And what about you, rat person?
Oh, we have that in common. Aldo, Casimir, and I. Also from the desert I was born. In the Warrens beneath a great city called Kadira.
Oh, Kadira, yes. I have heard of such a place, though have never visited. And you, young lady, you have a strange look in your eye. West do you hail?
West, do you
West? Such a strange accent.
This is the part when we'd be hanging out in Troy's apartment when he would do that. We'd be like, "You are such a fucking geek," and then someone would punch him in the arm as hard as he could.
Oh, guys, roleplay.
Guys.
I'm just roleplaying with my friends.
You asked me to run this game.
She talks different, see?
Yeah, what he would do is find the image of the character and just hold up the image in front of his face and do that for us. And it would just be
Yes,
so
he would actually do that.
creepy.
It's true.
Yes.
Oh God, or do a gun high. That's right.
Oh my god.
On the edge of the world.
West do you hail, woman?
Woman. Oh, I'm from the Mana Wastelands.
Oh, that sounds like a delightful place.
Yeah.
Do they have any available real estate?
I mean, I guess so. It's not really like a hot market.
A cold weather place?
Very variable weather. You never know what's going to happen day to day. It's a wild place.
It sounds lovely. And you, young man, oh, you are a strapping son of a gun, aren't you? What's your story?
Well, to begin with, I was born in the River Kingdoms.
Ah, yes, never
We
heard
moved
of it.
around a lot. Dad was looking for work. Mom was looking for work. It was just one of those things. Is that all you need to know? Or you want me to go on?
No, that's enough. It's
Okay.
more than I wanted.
All right, well, Excuse me.
I found a picture of myself. There I
Yeah.
am.
Oh, hold
It's
on.
like Elvira
Hold it.
hair.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
She kind of looks like B. Arthur with ram horns.
And she told me that I looked different and weird. My eyes looked weird.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't help but notice she doesn't have any irises. Only
Weird, recognize weird.
I see some dots in there.
those are pupils.
She looks like Aughra from Dark Crystal a little bit with the horns and the hair.
It's like Bride of Frankenstein hair.
Yeah.
Anyways, I am an ambassador here in Lavallee. You may call me Quaviandra. So, we know where you're from. Why are you here? Are you here to partake in some of the delicious vices we have here in this den?
Just maybe, but what kind of vices do you have available? Is there a menu of some kind?
Yes, there is Flayleaf. Of course, it's very popular. Or if you are into the harder stuff, perhaps you could try Shiver. Make your hair stand up, and I don't mean the ones on your head.
Ethel looks around just to see if we're going to be partaking.
No, I'm afraid that at the moment we are a bit out of our league in that respect.
Yeah, we're on the job, you see.
Yes, indeed, we are working, as it were. We seek a powerful gift,
A powerful gift.
a Heartstone.
And she pauses.
A Heartstone, you say? If you have come to attempt to kill me like the others, then I can't imagine you'd be so bold as to just ask about it.
No, in fact, there is no desire on our part at all. Is it...
That's just what a killer would say.
Do I look like a killer? So small, so ineffective. I've been told this my whole life. No, we come begging. We are humble in your very presence. We are afraid this Hearthstone is something that we so desperately need to save our own lives. Is
Save
there
your lives.
any way?
Why would it save your lives? Explain to me why you seek this.
We came under the power of a count, a man who took us in and proceeded to annihilate our minds, even giving us a level of amnesia that is only now just beginning to wear off, and as a part of it we remembered him oh so vaguely. Do you possibly have any memory of a human man, a noble, moving through these parts? This is a quick question. Is
Yes.
this something that, like, do the Dreamlands just, like, repeat and shit? Like, would people not remember someone coming and killing them and taking their item? Do they just, like, revive? Like, do we know how it would work here?
I think you've done enough study at this point to know about the Dreamlands without having to roll dice. No, it isn't like a repetitive cycle, but time does move strangely. Like you could take a trip somewhere, come back, go back the next day, and years could have passed. So time does move strangely. So knowing that, there's a chance that, if Laos did come here, he came here years ago. Or like days ago. Like it's just, there's no way of really knowing because of the way time flows. But when you mention that, has she seen a human noble? She says, no, not particularly. But in the past few weeks, I have been the target of several assassination attempts. Perhaps this noble was involved. Poisoned food. Delivery of a cursed robe. Are you robists by any way?
Well, rather a personal question, but I am in fact a layered robust.
I was given a cursed robe as an anonymous gift Luckily, I snuffed it out. But then there was an ambush where they succeeded in stealing my Heartstone, but not killing me. No, in fact, I laid to waste the entire group, except for the one that got away with my jewel. Perhaps this noble you seek was behind these attempts on my life.
Very possibly. And it is he we seek. And believe me, if we find him, we have no intentions of allying with him at all. This could be a great revenge for you. If you could tell us more details of who this was that took it, describe this person, and perhaps we could track them down.
I have sent my best out to try and find this creature. By all accounts, it was some mercenary who is now lost to the wind. But I do believe I may still be able to help you, because you see, I have replaced my original Heartstone with a new one. For someone in my line of work can never be without this very special gift. And I would even perhaps be open to giving it to you if you could help me with another problem of mine. Come closer.
Is that the thing you need help with?
Yes, I need you to come. I can't hear very well.
Done and done. There, I'm as close as I can get. If you'd hand it over, please.
And here is the Heartstone.
Thank you very much.
Well, that, by far, was the easiest.
Wake up.
was
Us
not
begin
so
our
difficult.
research. Yeah, we rolled a
I
wake
was
up.
expecting something quite a bit more difficult.
Come closer. I don't want everyone to hear this. Perhaps this count, this man you seek, was behind these assassinations. But either way, I believe someone in my retinue is responsible. Perhaps they fed my location to this man. Perhaps they have their own reasons for wanting me out of the picture. As you can see, my retinue is rather large, and you look around, there's just like almost 24 people. But I have been using my powers to figure out who is the one, and I've narrowed it down to 3. There is this miserly steward named Amaneta. There's an astrologer and fortune teller named Dolfeth. What is so funny? Did you laugh at the name Dolfeth?
Could you spell that?
I don't want to be offensive, but sometimes people have a lisp, and then you don't know if it's actually with the TH or if it's just an S.
Dolfeth. D-O-L. D-O-L. Theth.
No, see, it's interesting. It's a similar conundrum with the Eris Aerith thing that in Final Fantasy, which we have here our friend named Aerith. So, very ironic that this is coming up again.
D-O-L-T-H-E-T-H, Dolfeth. There's also a musician in my employ named Kavriki. Anyway, I have a private room right over there. And she points with her long finger at the... I'll ping it on the map here. Over there. Take them, one by one. Interview them. Snuff out the assassin. And inform me. And the Heartstone is yours. No questions asked.
Clarifying question.
Quiet, keep your voice down.
Clarifying question.
Hulking chunk of man.
I think that's a compliment, so thank you. When you say snuff
He's
out,
going to be single rather soon.
I actually, the paperwork's been signed. I am single.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. It was a dark day. It was a dark. We don't need to get into it, but there was.
Single, you say? Have you ever made love on a nightmare?
Well, let me ask you.
You should meet his ex-wife. That question answers itself.
Have you ever looked into the eyes of another person and you know in your heart that they are your soulmate? You know it, and yet they want nothing to do with you?
Yes.
That is the nightmare, my friend.
You've sent shivers down my red spine.
Anyway, just
What is
wanted
your
you to
question?
define.
Stop yelling.
Sorry, just wanted you to define snuff out. Like, can I just kill them?
I want you to find out who they are. Don't worry, I will be taking care of them. Find out which one of them is the bad duck in my troop.
Bad
The
duck in
rat.
As the saying
Is that
goes.
a local
That's the
expression?
It's a Dilath-Lean expression. Find out which one is the bad duck in my troop.
Well, I'm from Utica, and I've never heard the expression. Bad duck.
And then tell me, and I will take care of them. Do not let them know why
we
you
know.
are questioning them, but they will follow my commands.
So
it.
question them, but don't let them know we're
Yes.
questioning them.
Oh, perhaps
Yes.
they are being hired. Perhaps they're being promoted, considered for promotion. And we need to do an interview. He looks around. Dolphith. Sorry, I was so wrapped up trying to understand what you were
Spit
saying.
in my eye.
Dolphith. I was trying to understand what you were saying.
Fuck.
I forgot what his station was again.
He is an
What?
astrologer,
Astrologer.
fortune teller.
That is it.
Maybe. I'm sorry. Maybe
Yes.
we're a consulting group that you brought in to do the interview and
In the herd, so to speak.
we're like the headhunters
Thin
here.
the
We're like a
duck.
headhunter consulting group here to help you deal with your staffing and promotional needs.
We'll tell them that we're about to go hardcore, and they can either agree to that or they can get 3 months severance.
They'll
They have to
definitely
answer by 2 p.m.
choose
today.
the former. Yeah, they'll all have to fall in line and agree.
I'm sure that won't backfire at all.
There's no downside to this.
If you're just mean to people enough, they'll let you be mean to them.
I like this
true.
plan.
I'm
Just
sure
be cool.
Like I said before the stream, I'm sure defensiveness and is just a corporate strategy apparently.
That's true.
fragile
Thin-skinned
masculinity.
defensiveness.
Why don't we, at first, give them all little blue check mark badges
I don't understand.
We can walk in with a kitchen
and then
sink
take
in
them
our
away?
hands.
And then take away their food. And then
Do you want this back?
Listen, whatever method you employ, be discreet. And when you're done, come to me. Who would you like to speak with first? Amanetta, Dolphith, or Kavriki?
We'll go in reverse alphabetical order. To be fair.
Kavriki.
You want to speak to Kavriki?
Yes.
All right. Kavriki, hey! The-
While you're like grabbing her, I turn you guys and I'm like, so guys, listen. I usually only use this on children, but my poppet can help me like make a good impression on people sometimes. So I just want to let you know, like, don't be freaked out if I involve Egg.
Great.
Poppet's name is Egg.
Yeah,
Egg.
Egg.
Good to know.
Good. Yes. Doesn't sound horrifying at all.
This everyone should be moved near her, and I'll move everyone else away.
Is it time, Joe? Oh, you already was time.
I already started. It was delicious. It is delicious. My
Alright,
dauntless snack. And somebody in chat was like, is he snapping a Slim Jim?
Snapping a Slim John? All right, so
Just
you
have a
guys
little
are
dauntless John. Sponsored the stream. Member of the Naish. Support him.
you guys are all around Quiviandra here, and she's like, "Hi, Kavriki!" And this woman comes over.
Kavriki. Yes, my mistress. Go with these men and women into my private chambers. They are doing some
Consultants.
work. They are consultants. And, well, they'll explain to you why they need to speak with you. And
Kavriki bows with her lute and begins walking in that direction. Do you guys just follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will open up the map a little bit here. Do a little reveal on me. Little reveal Zaloni. and you guys can place yourselves in that private room back here. Unless you don't have access to your pawns.
To use this app? Do I not have access to my pawn?
It's possible.
Right, you just click it. Yeah, no, I don't have access to it.
Okay, I'll try and fix that. In the meantime, I'll move you
I'm there in spirit.
You're there. And so, let me see. So, you want to speak to Kavriki.
And she says, yes, hello. I imagine I am to delight all of you with a song. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Please.
What? You do
As
not want to
beautiful
hear
as
my
your
song?
voice and that song is, we have other more urgent business.
Do you not like my music? Should I kill myself?
I love it. No. Well, that work.
Well, we're not really interviewing you for like your professional skills. It's more like soft skills. So we're going to ask like, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And
Yeah,
stuff
Kate
like
has
that.
been on several job interviews in the last couple of weeks.
just
We should let
recently.
her take the lead
So
on
she
this.
is super fresh. Like, honestly, Kate, you take it, but I just want to make it clear to all the listeners and to chat that the character that is saying this and speaking this way has chicken hands and a neck mouth.
But you don't see the neck mouth, and it's
And the
not
puppet.
immediately obvious, you know? It's just maybe something's off about her.
So she's wearing a turtleneck.
She's got a cloak on that ties like right around her neck. And it's
I just
a long
wanted to make
cloak.
sure everyone had the right image. Go on. We're going to do some icebreakers with chicken hands. Just chicken
Can you
hands.
just maybe
What do you mean
give me a brief?
soft skills? I do not understand.
Can you just maybe give me a brief, like, you know, tell me about yourself and why it is you want to work here?
Well, I do work here. I am the musician for Pathfinder. I play many songs for her whenever she asks. I am a master of Christmas songs. I can play anything on my lute. Name a song and I will play it for you.
Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Mbop?
Bop.
I've also never heard of that.
Everyone, literally everyone knows.
It's just a very simple chord progression.
I am ashamed. I must kill myself.
Please, you've said this one too many times.
It is the way of Lavallee.
Are you happy here working for your mistress?
Oh, very much so. She is a very giving and kind mistress, and I do all that I can to delight her and her retinue and her guests, some of which are very high society, important people.
How do you feel your performances have been lately? Do you think
They're all
that
right.
she is in your... you are in her good favor?
I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I feel like I can always do better, but I have been trying my best to learn new songs. Would you like to hear Last Christmas once more?
No.
I gave you... That's
we
what I
don't
just
need
learned.
it at the moment. Are you from Gold?
From where?
Gold. Have you ever heard of the nation of Gold?
No, I have not. I am from Lavallee. I was raised in places such as this. You are not familiar with the area.
No, we are visitors. In fact, our consultancy is based very much so on not being from here and offering a new perspective.
It's how we say not biased.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Outside consultants.
many people such as myself.
Kid. It's just like the... outside.
Many people such as myself, we grew up here in Lavallee, grew up in and around the Vice Ends. Many of us are the unwanted children of the people who have come seeking pleasure, and forgot about what they left behind. I am one such creature. That is why I do my best to try and uplift the spirits of
I'm
this
sorry.
place. Yes.
Did you say unwanted children?
Yes, Dalatleen is full of unwanted children roaming the streets, and hopefully they too will find a place.
What are your
You
vices?
see like movement underneath the cloak.
Yeah, as her neck
Her
mouth
neck
starts to
is.
quiver.
Yeah,
in
no,
anticipation.
Ethel lurches forward and is like, what are your vices?
I smoke.
You smoke. What do you
Yes.
smoke?
What do you smoke?
Yes,
You hitting the doobie?
mostly Parliament lights. It was.
It's the assassin.
They told me not to, but I am, how you say, the bad duck of my troop.
Do you ever get a chance to travel far from the chambers here? Where do you make your home?
I go wherever my mistress needs me. I live. We are always on the move, as she is an ambassador. Are you not familiar where she is from?
No. She asked us all where we were from, but was not so interested in sharing her own experiences.
Oh,
and we didn't want
this-
to pry.
Then it is not for me to say either, for I am but a simple musician. Would you like
Does
to hear
everyone-
Last Christmas? Yes.
Does everyone know her intimate secrets of where she is from, etc., as much as you do?
Her steward, Amaneta, I believe she knows much of our mistress's movements. She is always talking about things that I wonder, how does she know? How does she know
Interesting.
these things?
And what do you think of Amaneta as a person and servant to your lady?
She has always been very kind to me, but very nosy, if you catch my drift.
Why are you trying to get Abinetta fired?
I am not. I am just telling you. I was just answering your question about Amaneta.
I appreciate the honesty, indeed.
She is the tiefling that is in our group.
Have you had any exchanges with Dolphith?
Dolpheth? No, I do not believe in astrology and the stars.
She's going to say, no, I do not believe in Dolphith.
Everyone keeps
We've
talking
been
about
assured
him,
that
but
he
we've-
exists.
We've never seen him. He's Dolpheth. It's funny. No, he does not exist.
I am not a child to believe in this dolphin.
All right, so at this point, I'd like to roll a perception just to get a sense of this feels...
Sense motive.
Yeah, sense motive. Yeah, how about that?
Me
Sense
too.
motive or
Me too.
perception? You guys can mix and match if you want.
Isn't it? What is it?
Well, there is no sense motive anymore.
Yeah.
No, there
so-
is, but it uses perception.
Or is it...
Sense motive is an action, but it uses your perception skill.
Yeah, so it would be again like if she was lying, it's against her deception DC.
But it is a perception check against her deception DC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was really good.
Ooh.
That's a 31 for Atticus.
Oh.
33 for Ethel.
Oh, Ethel, you badass.
And Aldo's just going to do a general perception check around the room. 25.
I got a 37.
Wow.
Wow.
Right?
Did,
no,
did-
that's wrong.
Did
I got a-
Agassiz?
I got a 27.
That's very wrong. All right, so
You should have waited until right after we heard the answer to then correct yourself. That's
sorry,
how we
listen.
play the glass cannon way.
That's right.
sorry, it was a
Glass
4.
cannon way.
Oh, wait.
Well, Eris and Atticus and Ethel, you don't detect that she's being duplicitous at all in her responses to you. As you, Aldo, start to look around the room or look at things, you do notice that she has some hidden daggers, like in the folds of her clothes, that just seem sort of out of place for a musician. Do you have society? Any good points in society?
I believe I do.
I'm untrained, but I'm not terrible.
I'm trained.
I am trained in society, but I wasn't quite looking for hidden weapons. You tell
Unless
me.
Aldo shares this information, like, hey, notice I got some weapons. Let's have Aldo roll to society, see if you learn anything.
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
So you notice the daggers, you're like, huh, that's strange. And then as you continue looking at her, you think that her clothing is far too expensive for that of a common musician that she claims to be. So,
She's on the take.
Tidbit,
She's on the take.
Well, you know this, right? You're not sharing it.
I'm not, no.
Okay. Before we let you go, please, the full rendition. Last Christmas, what was it?
All the verses, please.
Thank you. Hey, last Christmas, I give you my heart. And she does like an Aaron Neville version that takes 45 minutes.
Last Christmas.
The Bleeding Gums Murphy version.
Bleeding.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you so much for your cooperation. If we need to talk to you again, you will be here.
Oh, of course, I will be right around wherever my mistress is. You will find me.
You've been most helpful.
Yes, one of us will reach out to you and let you know about the next phase in this interview process.
Very good.
So just keep an eye out for that.
All right. Well, enjoy your time. Be sure to do some drugs.
Right.
Goodbye.
Yep.
She walks out.
So as soon as she's out of earshot, Aldo will share. Says, didn't her clothing seem a bit fancy for someone who claims to be in the position she's in? Also, she had several hidden daggers tucked into that fancy clothing.
Ooh.
Oh, very interesting.
That is interesting.
Well
What kind of
done.
daggers?
I don't know. What
Sharp
kind of daggers?
ones.
Sharp daggers, the kind that you would use to cut things.
I knew it. I knew that rendition of Last Christmas wasn't up to snuff.
No. Yeah, certainly her outfit is far greater than her rendition of Last Christmas. Would lead us to believe her earning capacity is.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Yes, but I detected no deception in her responses, being loyal to her lady and trying to do her best, being a perfectionist and always falling a bit short. It seemed to be rather honest, though. Let's talk to the others and we can still make a judgment. Though this is a very important piece of information, Aldo. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
How about this mythological Dolphith?
Dolphith.
Continuing in reverse alphabetical order, that would be our next interview.
We open up the door and walk back to her. My
Yes, how
lady,
did your talk with Kavriki go?
we would prefer to not share details until we have spoken to all three. Is
But of
Dolphith available?
course. Dolphith, yes.
Hey, Dolphith! And Dolphith comes over, and he says, "Yes, my mistress. Yes. Oh, wait. I'm hearing a voice. Did one of you lose someone recently?"
And you just see Ethel go, He's just like trying to keep his composure.
I'm hearing someone passed. Did you lose someone recently?
I'm sorry. We need to stay unbiased while we are consulting.
Oh, but of course. But I hear these voices and I can't help but
Out of
someone is.
curiosity, what would that voice be saying?
It's a woman's voice. Yes. Did a woman pass recently? One of you?
We'll ask the questions.
I see the letter K. A K or a J. Something about the money. Something about the money?
Who is the guy that's John?
Something about the
Edwards.
money.
John Edwards. This is the John Edwards thing.
Something about the. Something about the money.
Something about the money. I'm seeing a K, maybe an M.
Something, I'm seeing an
T.
Have you guys watched the South Park about John Edwards?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
biggest douche in the universe.
Yeah, biggest douche in the universe. Right?
Well, she wants you to know.
are the biggest douche in the-
She wants you to know that the money's okay.
You can see a single tear roll down Ethel's cheek.
Okay, we definitely can't use any of Ethel's feedback in this.
Yeah, Ethel's gone bye-bye.
In the room, pal.
Oh. Yes.
Right.
Yes, I'm hearing another. All right, we'll go in the room. And you walk into the room with Dolpheth. And let me update the map here.
Dolpheth.
Kavriki is out and Dolpheth is in.
Indeed, I am curious from a metagaming standpoint why you must put these. It's all on a map. Why is that?
It's just a nice map.
It is a nice map.
It is a nice map.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because once all of you get in the room, something very strange happens. Adolphus is like, I'm hearing another voice, and all of a sudden you see the curtain like straightens taut and like locks to the floor, and all of a sudden there's this burst of purple gas filling the room. Everybody roll a fortitude save.
Oh no.
What the shit?
Bitch.
What the shit? What is this? Are you just like move? I'm disappointed.
Oh, I'm no longer fatigued, right? That's only my night terrors are
Right.
only in the
Yeah.
waking lands. Okay. That helps marginally.
Fortitude save.
Did you say
17?
fortitude, John?
I did.
Oh no, Skid.
That's a bad roll.
I also rolled terribly.
No. It's a 27 for Atticus.
Okay.
Natural 2 for a 17 for Ethel.
Oh, dear.
17 buddies.
17 buddies, and what about Eris?
33. I rolled a
Nice.
natural 18.
Nice.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh my goodness. What on earth?
What am I rolling?
Perception.
Okay.
I thought we were going to be interrogating this fellow, but it looks like he's a dirty bastard, but I knew it because I rolled great initiative.
All right, what did you roll, Eris?
27.
27. Ethel?
Another good roll.
Ethel rolled a 22.
Atticus?
28.
And Aldo.
13. Natural 1.
Oh, jeepers. Get those out of the way. All right, here's what happens immediately. This gas fills the room, and Dolpheth is like, wait, I'm hearing another voice. He starts like grabbing at his throat.
Oh shit.
And he hits the floor, and you just see like, he's out. Eris, you seem to be fine by this initial gas that enters the room. However, Atticus fails, and Aldo and Ethel critically fail.
I failed with a 27?
You failed with a 27. Eris succeeded with a 33. Where Aldo...
I don't know if you know this, but this book was inappropriately converted.
Yeah, I have a complaint to lodge.
All right, so this thing that you're inhaling, to Aldo and Ethel, you immediately go to stage 2 of this poison, and you take 8 points of slashing damage. It's like inhaling fiberglass that's cutting up your insides, and you're stupefied 1. Atticus, you take 5 points of poison damage. So 5 points of poison damage to Atticus, and Aldo and Scooby-Doo Ethel take 8 points of slashing damage, and you're stupefied 1.
He like coughs
Okay.
blood up.
All right, let's go in round order here as these stages play out. It is Atticus's turn. Give me another fortitude save. If you pass, you will be cured.
And this is at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah, I'm basically using initiative order to track the stages unless something changes the situation.
Okay, but it's definitely the beginning of my turn. So, like, for example, if I ran out of the room, that doesn't matter.
No, you can do something like that. Try it.
Okay, so he is going to run out of the room.
You go to run to that curtain, and it's completely taut and impassable. It's some sort of trap has been set in the room.
All right, so that is... Oh, this is crazy. All right, so that is an action.
In the meantime, I'm going to see if afflictions tick at the beginning of your turn or not, just in case you can like cast something that boosts your
Yeah,
spell.
exactly. Like, I feel like it goes at the end of the turn. I mean, do these have flat checks? No, they have a save. I'm looking to see if I have something that would allow me to jump. I just don't have it right now. I don't believe so.
End of your turn.
End of your turn.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's a trap!
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would boost fortitude saves or allow me to jump to the other side of the door. So, I will ready an action. I'm going to ready an action with the 2 actions I have left, but I can only ready 1 action. I'll just ready an action to put up a shield if something comes near me. I can see. And in the meantime, just to keep it moving, and I will roll fortitude save. And I'm going to fail, I mean, obviously. Yeah, that is a fail. That is a 24.
All right, so you progress to stage 2, and you take 13 points of slashing damage, and you're stupefied 1.
Oh my god.
And now it goes to Eris.
Hey, so I'm gonna turn myself into
Hey,
a
girl.
gaseous form
Oh, nice.
Gaseous form.
and try to get out of this room through a tiny crack.
Wow, having that spell immediately come in handy is perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
All
so
right,
perfect.
how many actions is it to cast gaseous
So that's
form?
a 2-action spell. It's polymorph and transmutation traits, somatic, verbal, and a 1 willing creature, and I'm willing, and it's
All
a
right,
5-minute duration.
So you cast it on yourself, and then you still have 1 action left to try and move out of the room. And I'm going to say that you're able to find a crack that lets you slide back out into the common area.
That's what I do.
But you are just a cloud of gas, which in that room wouldn't look out of place as there's smoky haze everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, it is now Ethel's turn. Ethel, you are at stage 2 of this and stupefied 1.
All right, Ethel is going to move to the curtain, the door, and draw his hammer and his hatchet and just begin to hack at the curtain, trying to cut us free.
I love it. Give me a fortitude save.
All right. Oh, that's terrible. 22.
Oh boy. All right, not bad. I rolled bad. You take 8 points of poison damage, and now you're stupefied 2.
And do I do any damage to the curtain? Do I?
Yeah. You don't have to roll it. I'm just gonna say you've begun damaging this curtain. That doesn't feel like a curtain anymore. It still has felt on the outside, but there's some sort of like metal behind it that you're banging into.
It's metal? Oh gosh. So I like. All right. So with that, I'm not that. I'm stupefied too. It's not like I'm totally incapacitated. So once I realize what it is, I'll share. If there's some sort of metal door, we need to find another way out.
Find another way out. And it is Aldo's turn.
All right. First thing I'm going to do as I'm coughing up blood is I'm going to do an alchemical lore check to see if I can identify the substance that we're breathing in. Okay. That is a 29.
Yep, that's enough to know. This is a burnt othar fumes trap. You ever heard of othar fumes?
No.
O-T-H-U-R.
I thought you were mispronouncing other.
It honestly might be pronounced.
Yeah. Do you mean other? Are you trying to say other?
It probably is pronounced other. This actually goes back to D&D 3.5, I think.
Oh, wow.
They're an awesome poison. I'm just looking to see like more information on that, but You know it's burnt ether fumes.
Okay. Is there any counteracting agent or anything that we know of?
You know that like it only lasts for a certain amount of time. Actually, I can tell you, it lasts 6 rounds. So at the end of 6 rounds, if you haven't fully saved or brought yourself back above stage 1, it stops. It's run its course. But if you keep failing saves, you're going to keep taking damage and keep. I don't know if the stupefied will stack or not, but anyways, you're going to keep taking damage.
All right, it's Arthur. And I'm going to do a perception check to see if there's anything notable about the situation that I haven't seen yet. That is a 25.
25. All right, so the one thing you do notice in the northern part of the room, there seems to be a little outline on the wall that looks like it might be a secret door leading out of this chamber.
Oh, huge.
Okay.
Oh my God. Huge.
So I'm like, he's coughing and pointing at that spot on the door. And I think that's his third action. That's basically all he can do.
Okay, give me another fortitude save.
Okay. And another natty 10. It's a fail.
It's a fail. All right, you're going to take 13 points of poison damage, and you're stupefied 2.
Ugh.
The stupefieds for this do not stack. It's just 1 round, but you'll keep taking this poison damage. And now it goes to round 2. Atticus, you're still afflicted. You're at stage 2. What do you do?
Yeah, no threat came out for him to cast his John, so he is going to. Oh my God. He's going to follow Atticus or Aldo's lead to the wall, and he'll just start trying to find and open this secret door.
All right, you move to the wall. First action. Second action, you open a door and you see this little alcove here. It looks like it's meant for people to sneak in and out of Queviandra's room. You want to roll another perception check when you're in there, just try and find out how to get out of that?
Well, move to the door, open the door. That's 2 actions.
Yeah.
The third action would be moving in. The fourth action would be looking around.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to look before I move in.
Yeah, it's a very tight space, so if you moved in there, you could be blocking the way for others.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a quick, peek. Oh, that's good, dude.
Nice.
That is 28.
Yep, sure enough, you see an outline of another door on the opposite side.
Okay, and he's coughing, and he's waving everybody this way, past him, and another fortitude save.
Yep.
I mean, you're trying to dodge the fumble here. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is really bad. Okay, didn't fumble. Same thing, 27. Oh, no. It didn't go down. Will goes down with stupefied, not fortitude. 27.
All right, 13 points of poison damage, and you're stupefied 2.
Like on the wall, he's just like blood coughing up and it's splattering on the wall.
You see Dolpheth's skin is completely purple, and his veins are like crawling up his neck to his face, and his eyes are just frozen open. He's dead.
He's dead already.
He's dead already.
What?
He didn't have as many hit points as you guys.
Yeah, he's not a hero. He's not 8th level. If he was, he wouldn't be working for this one.
He was a 1st level astrologer.
I'm getting M, the letter M.
Maybe a J, sorry? J or G? It's Eris's turn. Something about the money?
Okay, so like Kate or Eris doesn't see this, because like I was thinking that Dolpheth did this, but maybe he didn't, but like she's not in the room anymore. So she ungaseouses herself.
Okay, that's probably, is that one action to ungaseous?
The target it's dismissing the spell.
Okay, that's probably a one action.
Yeah, and then discreetly walk to Quiviandra.
Whoa, oh man, we have split the party.
And say,
S the P.
Someone trapped the room we're interviewing in. My comrades are dying. I think we might have found the person. Can you help?
Wait, Hey, you stop speaking so quickly. What happened?
Slow down.
Calm yourself and explain the situation.
Some gas trap was let off into the room.
Gas trap in my quarters?
My God,
What?
this is amazing. I mean, Kate, you are portraying this as if we have come in to interview people that we're going to fire. Mm-hmm. And as part of doing so, someone in like a cubicle set off a death trap to the people that were interviewing them. And then you walked out to the boss and were like, someone set a death trap. Like
Definitely gonna fire
in the most
them.
calm tone.
Also, the trap is probably meant for her. So it's like,
Right? Like,
Yeah.
just in case it was the last person we didn't interview, like, I remember she told us to keep our voices down. So I'm just trying to discreetly walk over there and tell her, hey,
totally.
shit's going down in that room.
I think
Gas,
it's-
poison.
obviously, a musician.
There
That
is
we're on.
Right?
Listen, there is a secret passageway in the room to the north of the room where my quarters are. Go in that way and let your friends out. But do it quickly.
Okay, got it. Thanks for your help.
Yes, be cool. Don't let everyone know. This will be important for the investigation.
Yeah, I'm cool. She goes, well, I don't think she does anything. That was like kind of 3 actions. So she's ends her
one
turn
action.
standing there saying she'll be cool.
1, 2. You could begin moving over there. Free talking is free action.
Oh, okay.
So you can begin moving over there. And now it is Ethel's turn.
Ethel will pick up Doltheth, not realizing he's dead because he's stupefied.
Right.
He'll pick him up, throw him over his shoulder. I'm assuming that's gonna be 2 actions. He's right next to me.
1. Yeah, sure.
All right, 1, and then I'll just move into the room, and then open the door.
Okay. So you move into that little crawl space and you open the door into another little alcove situation, and we'll say there's a couple people in there and they're getting high. It's this guy and this dude. He's like, hey, give that door closed. I'm getting high in here. Come on, man. Me and my girl are getting high.
Come on, man.
Shut that door, dude.
You're letting all the weed out.
Your room stinks, man. You got some bad flay leaf. Roll a fortitude save.
Do I get any kind of assistance for not being in the room anymore and directly exposed?
Yeah, give yourself a +5 now that you've got a little more fresh air coming into there. You're not in that closed quarters.
Okay, that is much better. That's going to be a 35.
All right, 35 is going to take you from stage 3 to stage 2, which is just going to be 9 points of slashing damage and stupefied 1.
Great.
If you save again, you go to stage 1. Save again, you'll be fine. And I believe this is round 3 of 6. And now it is Aldo's turn.
Oh, God. I mean, we really need, what's her name? Sarah.
Yeah.
Suki, to heal us.
Yeah. Aldo is going, he's going to rush through, like pushing past Atticus and Ethel into the next room, getting into the
Hey,
the
come
high
on,
people.
man! This is a 2-person party! I don't have enough drugs for you!
And I cough blood, this giant gout of blood up onto both of them.
Ah!
It's a great thing to experience when you're super high. And I'm going to do a perception check in this room to see if there's anything I notice.
Okay.
Probably not. 19?
There's lots of drugs, and the curtained wall isn't as hard as the one from the one you left.
Isn't as hard.
Roll a fortitude save with a +5.
Okay. That's another fail. Not a critical fail, but fail.
Okay, so you just repeat stage 3, which is obviously still pretty bad. 6, 12. Oh god, 17 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And stupefied 2. This is a brutal poison.
Yeah.
All right, that's good news is that's the end of round 3. It now goes to round 4. And it's Atticus's turn.
Okay. Atticus, I guess there's nothing else to do here but follow everyone, run out, and get the hell out of there.
Okay.
So he'll move through.
Hey, come on, man!
Running into the room.
I'm seeing rats! This blood is making me see rats!
He's gonna go
get
to
him off me!
He's gonna go to the curtain and push the curtain open.
Ah, okay. So you push the curtain open and you bust into that room, and now you've got much more space. Give yourself a +10 to that save because you've still inhaled it and it's entered your body.
Like right into this nice party, he just starts like hawking up blood. Eris sees him pop
And
out.
people just like, oh man, he had too much.
He had too much.
He partied too
And
hard.
there's the natural 20. That is
Too
a
much
43.
shiva. All right, that's great. So that's going to take you from stage 3 to stage 1. It'll bounce you up 2, which is just a simple 6 points of poison damage. One more
And
save.
do I lose my stupefied condition?
Yes.
Oh, huge. Okay.
Great.
Great, and now it's Eris. Eris, you see the curtains open, and it looks like your friends have found the way out. But they're still coughing up blood.
So I see they found the way out, but I also just realized, I feel like as she walked to this curtain and she passes by, I mean, the pawn is there for Kavriki, but is Kavriki still out in this room?
She is. She's saying, last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day.
So
She's
she
jamming.
goes up behind her and just says, you really have to learn another song. We need to talk. And like grabs her by the hand. Or like puts her hand on his shoulder.
Whoa, what is that chicken? What is the matter? I don't understand. I'm playing. You interrupted my song.
Is there a way
problem?
I can like intimidate her? Like I have an intimidating glare. I'm gonna glare at her
Okay, what is
and
that?
try to
do?
demoralize her. It's I'm trained in intimidation, and I can demoralize with a mere glare. And when I do, the demoralized loses the demoralize uses the auditory trait and gains the visual trait, and you don't take a penalty if the creature doesn't understand your language. Oh, okay, cool.
All right, so do you still have to roll an intimidate check, or is it automatic?
It doesn't say it's automatic.
Yeah, you still have to roll your
Okay.
Okay,
Intimidate.
So it's like Teen Wolf. I would like a keg of
You better
beer.
stay where
Yeah,
you are,
exactly.
you sneaky little bard bitch.
Dare you?
bitch!
I rolled a natural 5 for a 19.
Let's talk.
Ooh.
So
Don't cause a scene. Let's talk.
move to her. Talking is free. I rolled to intimidate, and
One action, plunge a dagger into her throat.
Yeah.
an action to just grab her. Like, okay, I got like just grab her by the arm. Like, you know, like you're in trouble, Missy.
Let's go to the other room.
The other room.
Yes, the room that we were in. I can fix this.
You can fix this.
Yes.
I'm gonna put you in that room. I'm not gonna come in with you.
All right, just bring me over there.
Okay. I'll do it next round.
Can't wait.
Sweet.
I'm out of actions. What do you want me to do?
I'm simply out of actions. It's Ethel's turn.
Ethel, still carrying the body of Doltheth, will walk through the room with and ruin those two people's party.
Oh, come on, man! You got knives!
And we'll just carry Doltheth out into the main room.
Don't cut my drugs!
Don't cut my drugs, man.
Come on, Knifey, don't cut my drugs! You carry that Dolpheth out and bring him into that room. Roll again with a +10.
Okay, 38.
Okay, and were you at stage 2, or were you still stupefied 2, or what were you?
I was stupefied 1.
Okay, so a 38 is a crit. You go from stage 2 to you're fine.
Amazing.
Okay.
Huge.
Huge.
Actually, no, 38 is not a crit. You just go to stage 1.
I'm already at stage 1.
You go from stage 2 to stage 1.
I was at stage 1.
You were at stage 2 because you were stupefied 1, right?
Oh, sorry, I
stage
was stupefied 1.
Sorry, you take 7 points of damage. But one more save and you're fine. And now it is Aldo's turn.
All right, Aldo, he's knocking over tables full of drugs, sending them scattering. It's coughing blood up onto everything that someone
You're
put
worse
in
than
their
your
mouth.
friend Knifey. There's
Shut up.
always a bad duck in every troop.
I'm a knock. I'm the worst duck you'll ever see, mate. And he goes outside, covered in blood, poison, and flay leaf. And I'm gonna try to do a fortitude save. Oh my god, dude. 24.
No, it's so high, the save on this one. So you take, 14 points of damage and you remain stupefied too. So this thing is just eating you guys alive. And then it's round 5. And at the top of round 5, she motions to all of you. And she, I'm talking about Kavriki, walks over and you see her very subtly tap something on the curtain, and the curtain parts, and she motions for all of you to go inside. The curtain softens, and then she motions for you all to come inside. It comes to Atticus's turn. Atticus, are you fine now, or you're one save away from? I think you're one save from fine.
Yeah, I went to 1. Yeah, I went to stage 1.
Right.
So he's still got it in him, and he's coughing. He's like,
Are you out of your mind? There's a cloud of poison gas in there.
No, he's fine. It's fine, I took care of it.
Right. I'm gonna go along with this because it's a stream. This doesn't make any fucking sense.
am I still doing a plus 10? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that is a 39.
All right, so you're fine now.
He will follow.
Okay, you go in there, and there's no more gas in the room, and the curtain's totally normal. She tripped something that turned off the trap.
Why did you do that?
Sorry, I have to protect myself. You do not understand what is going on here.
Indeed.
Are we out of combat? Or is everybody else going to come
no,
in
because
here?
they're still choking. But Eris's turn. Eris, you're not choking. Do you want to just come into the room?
Yeah, since I was I grabbed her arm, I would assume went into the room with her.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also because she's demoralized, she is frightened one, of me at least. So I
Don't yell
go
at me
with
again.
her, and I kind of just hold my hand out at her, my fingernails, don't do any more funny business.
I won't.
You don't want to see me and what else I can do.
You don't, truly. You don't.
And then she takes out her poppet. She goes, and you don't want to see what egg can do.
Oh man.
Please.
Please don't.
Please. Please, no. Ethel.
Ethel will follow them and I guess make another save when he gets in the
make
room.
it a save. Still plus 10. There's no more gas abounding, so you're starting to get that fresh air in to clean out your lungs.
Okay, 38 again.
All right, so you're fine, but poor Aldo is left still at stage 3.
All right.
Give me another save here.
All right, I'm still pushing my way past all these drug addicts.
I'm still carrying
coughing on them.
Doltheth, by the way. I
Yes.
just carry this dead body through the room.
Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see. 41.
41. All right, so
Yeah.
you just go to stage 1, and you take 4 points of damage. You get into the room and close the curtain behind you. And she's like,
All right, listen. You don't understand. I had no choice. Queriandra she is very evil. She's very evil, and this was meant for her. It was not meant for you.
Of course she is evil, but what do you mean? Even if it was meant for her, why does it go off the moment you leave the room?
Well, because I can trigger the trap
I figured if you were poking around, wondering things, you may find me out and hand me over to her. So I felt my only chance was to eliminate you as well. I'm sorry. You probably have no reason to trust me or believe me, but if you have any goodness in you at all, you will know that I am not your enemy, though I just tried to kill you. It was in self-defense, for I knew that... Well, I didn't know. The point is, Quiviandra, she is involved in horrible things. She's here on Lavallee to try and establish an illegal network of soul traders to bring her night hag practice of bartering souls into the Dreamlands. This is what she does on her home world, in her home dimension of Abaddon. This would ruin the Dreamlands if she did that here. This is dark sorcery. She considers the souls of the dreamers who inhabit my home to be an untapped resource. These extraplanar bazaars. She wants to corner the market herself and steal our very souls, the souls of my people. These souls are already broken. Like I told you before, wandering children in the streets, wondering who their parents were.
I keep hearing about this, but I haven't seen it yet.
Well, she will steal their souls. The souls of these children. They will never grow up to sing Last Christmas in a drug den.
It's terrible, yes. But I don't want to get too excited talking about lost children on the street and their souls or bodies being eaten.
Yes, I'm afraid you may have stumbled upon the wrong crew. We are not exactly interested in doing what you call it, the right thing.
But she must die. She must die to stop.
Oh, of course she
this
must, but
abhorrent
yet you have
practice.
been serving her for how long? So, she must die, yes? Is she killable?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
A simple poison like this, it did nothing to us. What would it have done to her?
It would have weakened her, and then I could have come in and finished the job. She
It did
pulls out the
something to me.
knife. Oh, yes, I'm very sorry. I did not.
No, you live.
Eris walks over to you and puts her hand on your back and goes, There, Aldo, it's going to be okay. And she's going to soothe you, if you're willing. And
Sure.
you get... What is this? You get 13 hit points back.
Oh, that is quite soothing. Thank you.
And you get a +2 status bonus to saves against mental effects for a minute. I don't know if this is a mental effect or not, but
No, it's poison.
Awesome.
Ethel heaves the body of Doltheth onto the floor.
Looked like you were just carrying out a guy that had too much.
Yeah,
Like you
too
all
much.
just look like you were.
He's been overserved. And then he draws his warhammer and his hatchet and he turns to Aldo and Atticus. He's like, "Did I kill her? Or did I kill the other one?"
Please, you appear to be very formidable. The fact that you could withstand this poison when that terrible astrologer died in 2 rounds shows me that you have the strength to defeat her. Just help me turn the tables on her. Let me go back out there, and then you call her in here to discuss your findings. I will not trip that trap. It needs to be reset. It's a whole thing. But when she comes in, You launch your attack on her, and I will keep her retinue occupied in the common room. If you try to face her and corner her out there, there's no way of knowing how many people will come to her aid. In here, you can make short work of her. But you must trust me. She is the one you want, not me. You think whatever reward she promised you, she will not give you. She is full of lies and deceit. This is what she does. She not only trades in soul, she trades in lies.
You have made a
Can we
very
sense
convincing
motive?
argument. Leave
Can we
us.
sense motive or something?
Leave us. We
You
can still
wanna
sense motive. When
Yeah,
she
you still
leaves
said
the
more.
room.
I can leave. Cool.
Leave us.
Last Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's all legit. Oh wow, that is I've been crushing these perception rolls. That is a 31. Crushing it for a wizard. Anyway,
You know that you rolled a 30-something before and you didn't pass her deception, so she's a very skilled liar. So if she was lying, you still feel like, if she's lying, she's fucking good.
yeah, but the thing is,
There is a certain logic in it. isn't there, Ethel? Elder, Eris. Regardless of whether or not she is lying, the odds are, if we're playing it, what's more likely? I thought it strange at the time. Why merely outing this assassin? Would she just give up the Heartstone? Just give it away. Something that she needs to survive. It seemed a little too easy, didn't it? Perhaps this one is right. If we could get her in here, get her cornered, we'll also have an ally who knows how to kill.
Seems to me we got a perfect no-lose situation, because if we bring her in here, we got a dead body. We just say, it was the astrologer. And then if she says, here's the Hearthstone, we just go. But if she's like, excuses, bullshit, then we kill her.
Ethel, that's a great point, mate.
I like it, Ethel. I like it very much, though I am so hurt.
I am too.
I could do some healing as well.
I mean, this is fucked. Who took field medicine? Was that you, Ethel?
Yeah, I can heal two. For an action, I can heal each of us 2d8 hit points if I make my medicine.
Well, it's better than nothing. I mean, this is a brutal way to like face a boss. Like, I don't really know that we have the stuff, but let's take some rounds to do this at least.
All right, that's a pass for me. That's a pass for Aldo. That's natural 20 for you, Joe.
Nice.
Does that mean anything?
Yeah, I think it's double.
I think it is. There's some kind of bonus. I can't
I
remember.
believe it is double, I think. And I'm not even like making a joke. You're treating wounds, right?
Skill. Yeah, it's treat wounds. You can do treat wounds as an action, then you're immune to it for the rest of the day.
Yeah, but I think you get double on a crit. Yeah,
All right.
it does double.
All right, yeah, you get double.
Wow,
So
nicely done.
Are you, Eris, were you hurt?
I was fine. I passed
You gaseous
the check,
form.
and I can soothe 2 more times. It's a level 1 spell, but before I do, I would like to ask Kavriki, like, what are her weaknesses? What's good to use against her before I blow those slots?
She is very powerful. Night hags, they draw power from their...
Wait, she has a different voice.
She is... I forgot her voice. She is very powerful. These night hags, they draw power from their Heartstone. She can cast spells that mess with your mind, with your dreams, both while you are awake and asleep. She has the power of the shadows at her command. She is dangerous, but your numbers alone should be able to take her out.
Is she kind of maybe not as receptive to other mental spells being cast on her?
I have not heard such things. I'm sure she has some resistances, but she never disclosed them to me. I never saw her character sheet.
She probably has a really high will save, if nothing else.
Skid, you heal 7 points of... You heal 7, and Joe, you heal 12.
Nice.
Cool.
You can try to recall knowledge on night hags just to see if you can get some more
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
concrete
maybe
information. Yeah.
maybe Eris like knows about other types of witches. So let's roll this dice. Recall knowledge is rolling.
It could be for this one, planes or arcana.
Let's do Arcana. I'm trained in that. 9. So that's a 23.
All right, 23. I can tell you. Arcana might have. Anyways, that they do. They typically do have resistance against mental.
All right. Against mental. Okay. How are you feeling, Aldo?
I'm in a bit of a tough, rough way still. Not feeling quite up to snuff.
Oh, are you still feeling a little bad? And she like puts her hand on your back against
It's like you're mocking.
You already did him once. You already did him once.
Do you feel worse than Aldo?
Most definitely.
Oh,
I feel pretty terrible as well.
No, I'm worse than both of you.
I see how
feel
this
terrible.
is. Everyone wants me to tell them that they're going to be a little better.
I could use a back soothing.
Oh.
How does the soothing work exactly?
The soothing.
Are you gonna touch us with the mouth?
I don't need to touch you, I guess.
Just a chicken hand, bro.
I
Just
grace
a chicken
your
hand.
mind and boost your mental defenses and heal wounds. So I feel like the main point of this is you gain +2 status bonus to saves against mental effects.
Yeah, that's huge
For
too.
a
That is
minute.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Huge.
that's great.
But then you also heal 1d10 +4.
I should warn you. There are some wounds in there that just aren't gonna heal, no matter how hard you try. Okay.
All right. Let's pass that around. And Skid, can't you heal us? Can't you heal us
Yeah.
all?
I can give each of you 2 elixirs of life.
Amazing.
So that would be 2d6 +2 healing for each of you.
we
as
just
well.
roll it for ourselves.
And I don't need
Yeah.
any, just so you know. Don't count me.
And wait,
Okay.
so 2d6 +2 per elixir, or
No,
to-
for both. For both.
a total of 2d6.
A total
plus
of
2.
2d6 +2. Yeah.
Okay, that elixir actually does
Right.
gets me pretty well up there.
I'll drink mine. Ugh. Crappy roll. We got 7 total. And then can you please soothe me? I get 1d10 +4.
Aw,
Please.
okay.
Come on, Eris, please. I need
Okay.
your soothing.
It's going to be all right. Don't worry. Nothing's going to come out and take you while you sleep and eat you. I don't know why I'm rolling.
You said it was
that's-
1d10 +4.
Yeah, I know. I just rolled a d20 for no reason and rolled a natural 20.
Oh, well, let's just say it's a 10.
That's a 10.
So 14.
Yeah.
Just roll it.
Oh, okay.
You could say a d20 is a
Wait.
d10.
Okay.
Troy's not saying anything.
I'll
so I
sleep
guess
just
it's
fine. Roy's not paying attention. Perfect. Flew under
14.
the radar.
You
It's
get
like rolling a
14 points.
d6 for a
that. You
d3.
can't do
It's like,
that.
no, it's
You gotta
fine.
roll a d10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You get 8 points.
That's
I rolled a 4.
God damn it.
You dirty cheaters.
This
You
is
soothe me as well.
The minute Dad turns his back.
Really? Okay. Wait, I thought you said you were going to be fine.
I mean, I hope I'm gonna be fine. I mean, there are some things I'll be fine about, but you know,
Okay, no
But
more.
you could use the
Don't
bonus
tell.
too. You could use the bonus as
I could
well.
use the bonus.
What is
Don't
the
tell-
bonus? What is the bonus? +2
Oh.
to mental against mental effects, saves against.
For
Yep.
1 minute.
Oh yeah, that's not a lot.
Yeah, so we got to set up the trap. It's not going to.
Yeah, we can't
Alright.
do like a conversation.
I'll pass on the soothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like I said, there are some things you just don't come back
Okay.
from.
Well,
guy from
I
the
owe you
other-
one for the whittling of the wood, if you know what I mean.
The guy from the other room is like sitting next to you now. He's like, "Can I get some of that soothing?"
Ethel just gives him
on,
like,
lady.
just shoves him back into the other room.
I give them an intimidating glare.
oh no, rats. All right. So what do you want to do? Do you want to try and take her on in this tiny little room? Do you want to lure her into another room? What is your strategy here?
I think the tiny little room is going to give us the biggest advantage because if she's going to try to get off spells, I can get off. At least can get off attacks of opportunity. She doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver.
Yep. Agreed.
But of course, we can get. We don't have to start the fight immediately. We're going to offer her the body of Doltheth, saying he turned on us. We had to kill him, and now she can hand over the Heartstone.
It's true. Kavriki will not be happy with that, but
We don't work for
you
Kavriki.
just need the Heartstone.
I don't work for Kavriki. All right. I work for this guy and this rat.
All right. So what's the plan here? How do you do this? Do you go out there and
Do we
who goes out there?
do we say that it's the dead body because we do have the option with your old buddy Atticus to hide the body and make this guy just appear alive, like
Why?
standing in the room,
He was the guy.
and say it's him, but he can't really talk. I mean, he makes sounds and stuff like that, but he can't really sound like himself exactly.
Just say it was him. Sorry, he tried to attack us. We had no choice but to respond.
Yeah, maybe I'll make an illusion of him like gagged and like bound,
Yeah.
just so that she doesn't think that we
But
just killed off
I don't-
somebody and said that it was.
She's a hag. Like she's gonna be able to see through your illusion. Like if anyone's gonna make that will save, it's her. So I would just why lie? We killed him.
Okay. Well, we are lying. But
Well, why pile on to the lie?
yeah. Well, because he could be a combatant, is what I'm saying. It's it's not just like a figment. It's an illusion that can attack her. But that's fine. Let's just go.
Let's just go.
Let's see what she says.
All right, so who goes out to bring her in?
Oh, wait a
Ethel,
minute. Are we concerned about Amanetta not even being interviewed? Like, do we need to do a show of interviewing Amanetta before we pull her in and say we know who it is?
Let's
I
just
don't
go.
think so. If we
We can
found
just
the
say he
person
was
who
like,
it is.
"I'll
Kill you, never find out.
yeah,
and then we had to
this
kill
is-
him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Ethel will go out and be like, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Hi.
Handsome.
Yeah, we have a results. If you want to come confer with us in the other room,
You do. That was quicker than I expected.
well, you
Did
get
someone-
what you
well-
pay for.
We'll now see. It seemed like there was a bit of commotion, but I did not want to stare.
Yeah, we'll explain everything if you just.
Right, I entrusted you with this mission. Let me come into my quarters here. Would you hold my hand?
Sure.
It's been a while since a man touched me like you touched me.
I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've been touched in any way.
All right, I'm here now. What is? Show me. Dolpheth! What?
Is he tied up? He looks like he's tied up, or he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead. He's just got a body there.
Was it? I explicitly told you if you found the person to tell me and that I would mete out justice.
Well, you see, remember when I came out and let you know what was going on?
Yes.
He set off a trap and attacked us.
Trap.
We defended ourselves. I told you about this, and you told me to figure it out, so we did.
Yes, he said
Um,
he said that he had an escape plan or something. He said, "You will all die, and I will find my way out of here." And Ethel, it was, cut him down before he could do so.
I hit him.
Dolpheth.
I hit him with my hammer.
Dolpheth. I mean, I did suspect him, but he is not the violent sort.
No,
You are
he was not. In fact, he was rather unviolent. Poison is a coward's weapon, after all. He shut off the poison and then tried to flee from the room. He wanted no physical fight with us at all. He just wanted to kill us and make his escape, so he couldn't possibly tell you that he was the one who had set you up. And of course he's the one who set you up, because he didn't do the deed himself. He had it outsourced to those who had the wherewithal to fight you, or fight your people at least.
And you saw him trying to, sweet talk us before we came into this room and distract us. And yeah.
Yes. I suppose
Anyway.
it all adds up. I just wish I had the opportunity to speak with him and let him know the hurt that he caused me. But you are certain he was the culprit?
Oh,
Yeah.
indeed. without
100%.
question.
100%.
110%.
And so, with that, we'd very much appreciate the Heartstone.
Yes, I believe you have earned this. I went to great pains to retrieve one of these, but a small price to pay to do it again for my life, I suppose.
And she wraps it up in a
Cloth. Here. May you enjoy your travels, whether it be here in Lavallee or elsewhere.
Can I examine it? See if it's authentic?
Yeah.
May.
Alright. Do an arcana.
You will forgive us. We are indeed unfamiliar with the artifact. We must take a close.
Well, it is very powerful. I would be very careful with that.
Yes.
Its magic will linger. Even
I'll
when it's
detect
outside of my
magic.
possession.
While he's looking at it more closely, I'll just see if it's even
What
magical.
is this casting you are doing here?
Oh, it's just a simple
Strength.
detect magic. I want to make sure it is indeed emanating the magic
you say it does.
It may not you. It is a magic you would not see, as it is only magical in my possession, and even outside of my possession, the magic fades, so you may not detect the magic as you normally detect it.
And what did you roll, Aldo?
32.
It is not a Heartstone. It is a large jacinth, probably worth a couple thousand gold. Certainly a sly substitute, but not the real thing.
Are we all done here?
Yes, I guess you're right. It is a magic we are unable to detect, and Atticus is just getting ready to
Yes, it's like, yes, this is quite precious, very impressive, and we do appreciate the gift. However, and he's like kind of tucking it into his belt pouch. It's like, however, it is not quite what we agreed upon. So, as a result, we are going to have to kill you. I'm very sorry.
That isn't necessary.
And I stab her with my kukuri. Right in the back.
You boorish fools!
Roll for initiative.
Oh my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, man. If ever you want to get a good one.
I mean, you've got her completely surrounded.
Jack. Shut up! I'm going to need another beef stick.
Yeah, for real.
Shit's going long,
Well, I
bro.
rolled a exceptionally bad initiative.
31 for Aldo.
Nice, Aldo.
Ethel,
22.
22 for Ethel. Eris,
Roll.
21.
21. Okay. And Atticus.
And 23 for Atticus.
Oof. All right, so we're gonna go a little long here because I'd love to wrap this up rather than. And now Cindy's character is here. So let's see here. You guys are a little beat up, but you did do some healing after that poison did significant damage, especially to Aldo. But you do have her surrounded in this tiny little room. Atticus, is that where you wanted to stand?
I wanted to stand as far away from her as possible, so I was trying to like duck into this little secret room thinking she'd be in the other corner. I mean, I think that we need to be, Eris needs to be right next to her. There's no way we would position ourselves anywhere other than we knew we were going to fight her. So Eris would be right next to her and Atticus would be behind.
Never quite done a combat like this. Let's see how it goes. It's Aldo's turn.
All right, Aldo is going to shake up a vial of bottled lightning and throw it right into her face. Oh, that is a 32 to hit.
Okay, now is that oh, forget it. Sorry. 32 to hit is a hit.
Okay. Boxcars on the damage.
Oh, dude, amazing.
16 points of damage. And I think there's something else, some other effect.
Surprised?
Yes, would be a little surprising. And then he's going to throw acid. He's going to throw acid on her. That's 27.
27's a miss.
Okay. So she takes 4 points of acid damage.
With your new Johnski. Okay. Great. Anything else, or is that it?
I'm just going to do a...
Lightning has...
Yeah, I'm going to do a knowledge check to see if she has any weaknesses. Probably should have done this first. That would be 31.
She's weak to cold iron.
Cold iron. Okay. Cold iron. If you've got a cold iron, use it.
And Eris knows that she has some resistances to mental damage, but she's weak to cold iron. Okay, it is Atticus's turn.
Oh boy, this is very, very, very interesting. The woman who set this up is nowhere to be seen.
Kavrigi, no, her plan was she is going to distract people outside. You can hear in the distance, Last Christmas.
All right, so she was not going to come in and stab
Oh,
away.
she was going to distract the... Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and she's flat-footed.
And the curtain
She's-
is closed behind
She's
us,
flat-footed?
right?
Okay.
She's flat-footed until the start of my next turn.
Okay, great. That's huge.
And can I just ping where she is? Is this her right in the middle of the room? We have her surrounded, or is this her in the corner?
No, that's Doltheth in the corner. He's dead.
Right. So she's smack in the middle of the room. Wow, this is a wild situation. Okay. Then I am going to open then with a 3-action bone shaker on her.
Just going right to the
and
bone.
Going right to the bones, dude. And that is a fortitude save. Going to try to avoid that will. Go fortitude. Let's see how she does on fort.
Okay. Great. So here we go. Let's get Neon Greensy out. That is going to be a 34.
Joe looks distressed.
No, that was awesome. It is 3d8 damage, and I rolled 3 7s.
Oh, wow.
But you succeeded.
So it's half, not a critical success, right?
Yes, it's half. So you take 10 points of damage,
Okay.
10 points of, I believe, 10 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and I will, free action. Ethel, do you want me to push her against the wall? Or do you want her to stay right in melee with you? Because I can move her bones.
Better if she stays in melee with me.
Okay, then he will just let it go. So 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Okay, great. Guys really lit her up here. And
It
it's
looks like
Ethel's.
her fucking fortitude save is pretty good. In addition to her will save.
Yeah, I can tell you more later as to that. It is Ethel's turn, though. I'm telling you, I rolled bad initiative, which kind of changes the entire combat for what I had planned.
All right,
I can
Ethel's gonna double slice hammer and hatchet. Oh God, not great rolling. Okay, that is going to be a 28 on the warhammer
Miss.
and a 29 on the hatchet.
Miss.
Really?
Flat-footed?
Close. Oh, flat-footed. Those
Yeah.
are both hits.
Nice.
Oh,
Bottom
thank you,
lighting
Skid.
for the win.
I got the little
Amazing.
foot on there and I forgot.
Okay. This is, and then I'm gonna guess what I get to do on the first episode. I get to flens you, bro.
Don't you dare!
Flens.
Oh, that's what you did, bro!
Let's.
Let's deal with the damage first, though. So from the warhammer, that's gonna be 22 points of damage,
Oh, my
and from the hatchet,
Molly Hatchet.
that's gonna be 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then third action will be the flensing strike. So that is you're going to take 2d8 persistent bleed damage per weapon. So 2d8 persistent bleed damage. And you are flat-footed, which you until the end. So you're flat-footed for a little longer.
Stands, yeah.
And any resistances to any physical damage types are reduced by 5.
Wow.
That's
wow.
cool.
So 2d8 persistent damage at the end of her turn, which she'll then roll a flat check to see if it stops.
So yeah, so
Okay.
Ethel just slams into her chest with the hammer, and then just does like a massive slice across her face, maybe.
Dude,
And
this
she's
is
just
like-
bleeding.
This is her nightmare.
Yeah.
We
for
are
real.
her nightmare.
Yeah,
Love
that's
being
right.
a nightmare.
Okay, this is interesting. All right, it's her turn. The only one she beat in initiative was Eris. The first thing she's going to do is cast a spell, which will provoke both. Eris, do you have a weapon? You have your claws
It's
now,
just
right?
Ethel.
Your
It's just
claws.
It's just
Yeah,
Ethel
just
because you don't have
Ethel.
that reaction.
Natty 18. That is a 37 to hit.
37's a hit.
Is that not quite a quick.
amazing, dude.
Wow.
Okay, that's 17 points of damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Remember her if she had any resistances to physical damage, they're reduced by 5.
All right, so here's what happens. She casts invisibility, and she goes invisible. And that's, let me see, that's 2 actions, and that's all you see. So now it's Eris's turn.
And then she bleeds.
Oh, and then she bleeds. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh, do you want to roll the 2d8?
Sure. 5 points of damage.
She has taken so much damage in this first round. And now I roll a flat check, DC 15 to stop the bleeding. Nope. I rolled a 6. DC 15 to stop persistent. I love that rule. It's one of those what a cool rule.
It makes persistent damage terrifying.
Terrifying. Yeah, that could last for 6 rounds. Okay, Eris. Tough thing. She disappeared, but you know she's hurt. There's blood all over the place.
The door
I'm
is
just gonna
closed,
see-
right? Like we would see her
Curtain
leave.
is shut. Yeah, you would see the curtain move for sure, and it didn't.
I had a plan, but then she went invisible, which is like really cool of her. I'm just like looking through my stuff really quick to make sure there's not something I'm missing. There might be something I'm missing. I'm going to just prepare to cast a spell that I was originally wanting to cast as soon as she becomes visible.
Okay, so you're gonna ready in action.
Yeah.
Okay,
When
that's
she
2
becomes
actions.
visible, I'm going to do the things that I wanted to do.
That's your trigger. And does the trigger happen immediately, or does it happen at the end of? That's one thing I want to remember. Like, if she becomes visible, like say it's not greater invisibility, right? And she takes an action. Does the trigger happen before her action, or does it happen at the end of her action? For some reason, I remember reading that like her action happens, and then the trigger.
In first edition, it was before. Are you
Right.
saying in second edition it's after? Also,
I could
Kate,
be misremembering
Kate, I'm
that
sorry.
one.
What were you readying?
I'm specifically readying a spell, Organ Sight.
I don't think you can. I think
No?
readying is 2 actions to ready a 1 action thing.
Oh.
So, really, you can only really ready like swinging a sword, I think.
Choose a
All right.
single action or free action you can use.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you can't ready spells.
That's why.
Yeah, that
that's why I
makes
said
sense.
he would ready shield last time, because like he couldn't ready a 2 action spell.
Let me. So she's invisible. So that means I can't attack her.
Well,
I'm just
you can
gonna hold.
you
You can
can
do
attack.
a seek action. You can do a
Yeah.
seek action.
It's a
seek
perception
action.
check to
Yeah, because we just can't see her. She would still give off other clues. There might be little things she's stepping on the floor, or the way that something
And we
moves on the
did
wall.
surround her.
Yeah.
You could follow the trail of blood, the gallons of blood that she's leaking.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
that would give us
but
some kind of
for
a
real.
clue
That's
as to
that's
where
what
she
the
is.
perception check is for. Like,
I
to
guess
find
so.
exactly that.
So basically, right now she's invisible to you. You can use the seek action, which is a perception check, to try and figure out her location, which would make her hidden to you. So you'd still, if you were trying to do something, you have to roll a flat check because she's still hidden to you, but it's like one step. The flat check's slightly easier.
I'll do that.
Okay, so roll a perception check. I'm just trying to remember what the DC is.
You set the DC. Well, whatever.
No, it should be. All
Obviously, you set the DC, but it's
right, so the target becomes
probably
invisible.
against her stealth DC with a bonus for the invisibility. Because if you're invisible, it doesn't mean that, like, if you're an unstealthy person, you could still be like a bull in a china shop. You know what I mean?
Right. So the target's invisible. That makes it undetected, though the creatures can attempt to find the target, making it hidden. That's what you're trying to do. So it's a seek action. I just need to know the DC.
The DC is her stealth DC. It must be without
It's
even a
just the stealth
bonus.
DC?
Yeah, because all it does is move her to hidden. She's still hidden.
Right. Okay. I'm stalling to see if someone says anything in the chat. If that's the case,
Foreman2317 says she might be screaming, "I've been flensed."
Yeah.
You can use the seek action to
Good
attempt
giveaway.
to figure out an invisible creature's location, making it hidden from you.
yeah, I don't
What's
think
the
it's
DC?
stealth DC, because she doesn't have a stealth DC. She doesn't have stealth.
Oh, well, then
Yeah.
it's going to be really easy to find her.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's stealth.
Okay.
When invisible, you can see. Creatures can see. Oh wait, no. If a creature succeeds a perception check against your stealth DC, you become hidden. Yeah, you're right. Wow,
Because
that's
you're not
crazy.
Finding her. She's just hidden.
Right. I
It's-
wonder if invisible condition gives you a bonus to your stealth.
Why would it? It gives you a
invisible.
the bonus that it gives you is when you succeed, you're still hidden. You know what I mean?
So
like
it's going to be just a flat DC 10 perception check.
Oh,
Yes.
I rolled a 24.
All right, so you basically you know where she is.
Yeah,
where
and
she's hidden
you
to you.
take a 25% basically. It's a DC, whatever
God,
DC.
I had this down.
It's a
before we
DC
started.
5 flat check still. Wherever she is.
Well, I'm gonna try to slash her with my nails. Like I'm gonna try to like grab out at her. Like, oh, I kind of think I know where you are, you sneaky little minx. And then she like reaches out with her nails and like tries to slash at her.
Okay.
Sorry, DC 11. DC 11 for hidden.
Okay, but you still hit that. But that tells you what space she's in as well. Or no, you're still guessing the space, right? This is the thing that I read this morning, and I completely just fell out of my brain. Like, because I'm supposed to roll the attack for you, and I'm supposed to roll the flat check, so you don't know if you hit or not. And I'm just trying to remember. There's one little step we're skipping about, like you
She
don't
knows
know
the
what
I know
space.
I know what space you occupy, but little else. You're barely perceptible by me.
She knows the space.
You do know the space. All right, so what's your attack bonus?
My attack bonus is
Claws plus what?
it's
If you were going to attack
You
with your
just
claws,
rolled it.
what's that?
You literally just rolled it.
no, I rolled to find
Stop
out where
shouting.
she was.
Oh, you only
This
rolled
is-
perception.
This is a brawling thing.
Yeah, so whatever your claws attack is, what's that number?
How do you roll for brawling?
It should just say like under your weapons, claws.
Or it'll
plus-
say, it might also say like
Oh,
fist or
okay.
unarmed, and then it'll give you the attack rolls on that.
It's a feat.
It
All right,
should
so it's
add
your-
it to your.
The Eldritch Nails.
Yeah, it should just be your unarmed attack then.
Yeah.
Which should be under your weapons.
Oh, okay.
Under melee. Offenses, melee.
Melee.
Fist.
Sorry, I'm like using a different character sheet than all of you, and it does like that is not on here.
Okay. Are there any attacks at all on there?
Under weapons?
Yeah.
No.
Under melee, there's no numbers.
No, you have to like manually add everything. I'm using the Path Builder 2E thing. So it doesn't.
It's plus 10 plus your.
Our
armor
decks are claws finesse weapons. I would assume they are.
Well, she's just doing one attack though.
No, but
Oh, but it might
that's
use the
not
dex
agile.
one.
rating.
It
That's
would-
dex
no,
as opposed to strength.
finesse, you would use your dex, so it would be 10 plus your dex would be the attack. If you're not
don't-
trained in melee fighting.
I don't know anything about that. They're in the brawling group and have the agile and unarmed traits. It doesn't say anything about finesse.
All right, do you want to
Agile
cast?
and
Then it's
unarmed.
your-
So
then it's
it's
your
not
strength.
finesse. It uses your strength,
Okay.
and you're
I don't
unarmed.
have any.
All right, so 10 plus. So
It's
just
just
10.
10.
Okay. All right. And then what is it? A flat check DC 5?
DC 11.
DC 11. All right, so you scratch in that area and you don't feel like you find purchase upon anything.
Dang it! God.
Well, we know she's. But if you point it, but we see that she's in that corner.
Yeah, you feel like she is right in the middle back. And so Eris can tell you that, but you attacked there and didn't feel anything. All right, round 2. It is Aldo's turn.
All right, Aldo is gonna throw another acid bomb at that square.
Okay, what's your attack bonus?
Plus 16.
Okay. All right, so the bomb. This is where it gets stupid. Like, it's just splash damage.
No, it's not.
Okay.
What? Well, it's not. It's not hit.
It didn't hit her. You know what I mean? That's why I hate these stupid GM rules, the checks. It's fucking dumb. So you missed. So it's splash
Okay.
damage.
All right,
So it's just 4 points.
4 points of splash damage.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
okay, and then Yeah, same again. Plus 12. Or plus 11. Sorry, plus 11.
Okay. Yeah, same thing. More splash
4 more
damage.
points.
Okay.
You can't just roll try to target you and just roll the flat check?
That's what
You're
he's
supposed
doing.
to have the GM roll it, so I'm rolling it. I just don't like it. I don't like that.
Yeah,
roll.
no, I
Then don't do it. You don't
Yeah, I know.
have to do anything you don't like.
No, I know, but like it, I understand the spirit of it too. So
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense in this case though, because we know she's
you
there.
know where she's there, yeah.
Also, button mash makes a good point, which I've seen before. It is an action to point out a creature that you know where it is and no one else does.
I think Kate had an action left though. So.
We also
Well,
could infer
Kate, just say you had an
that she
action.
slashed them.
I was trying to like
Yeah, if you
grab
see-
at her, but also scratch her
Why are
with
you
my
attacking
nails.
that empty square?
It's an extremely small room.
She's right here.
We gotta talk to that weird witch later. All right, Aldo. I'm sorry, buddy. Do you have anything left after those?
I'm gonna try to do an aid. Can I do an aid with Arcana?
yeah. So save
like-
that for when it triggers. And who do you want to help?
I'm gonna help Ethel.
Ethel. Okay. It's Atticus's turn.
Okay, Atticus is going to, because I'm running the stream, I keep clicking on the broadcast to move my mini.
I've done that. I've done that before.
Yep. Atticus is going to move down, now knowing exactly where she is. And taking no penalty, because he's just so talented. I'm going to use one of my new Jongs. It's a little 4th level spell you've all heard of, though I don't know if you know how it works in 2E. The Dark Spell. A spell of the darkness as Atticus moves more and more towards the dark. A little spell called Enervation.
Oh, very nice.
And you are welcome to continue being invisible. I truly don't care. And this line of negative energy just goes straight through to the back of the room, hitting any creature in its line, unaffected by your hidden nature.
Really? Wow.
Awesome. Because it's, unless I'm reading it wrong, but it is essentially an AoE. There is no attack roll. You don't need line of sight. It is a 30-foot line and affects every creature in the
Yeah,
line.
so she's in that line. You know.
That's
what I mean?
great.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it is a fortitude save.
All right. You know she's got Juicy Fort.
Juicy Fort. I need a low
Let's see.
roll. I need a Fumboni.
All right. I rolled a 3.
Oh,
So,
sweet.
let's see. That's going to be a total of a 25.
A 25 is a failure.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
You are drained 1, and you will take 4d8 persistent negative damage.
Holy shit.
Wait.
Darkness is real.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. All right. Drained. You take a status penalty equal to your unconsciousness. So my fort goes down by 1. My fort save. I also lose a number of hit points equal to my level times the drain value, and my max hit point. Holy shit! And I don't get those back, even though drain. Oh no, drain doesn't decrease till I get a full night's sleep.
Yeah, we were drained once in one of these dreams,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It was no fun.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh, that
shit.
fail is huge. That natural
That's
3, I mean,
huge.
dude, a natural 4 is a success.
Last
So that was
Christmas,
huge.
This is her last Christmas.
Christmas.
This is her last Christmas.
The very
All right,
next day,
so-
you gave it away, and you were drained.
That's right.
So she takes damage, and she's got that -1 to her fort save. Wow. And okay, all right.
Sorry. Let's not forget. 4d8 persistent negative energy. Now, she doesn't take that till her turn.
It's right.
But
At the
persistent,
start
at
of her
the
turn.
End
And
of her turn. She
It's the
takes
end of
it.
her turn.
At the end of
Yeah.
her turn.
And then she rolls the flat.
So
check.
it
Persistent
doesn't
always
tick before that, before the
Right.
end of her turn. Okay.
No.
Right.
The first
Still
time.
brutal. We'll see what you roll. It's Ethel's turn.
Okay, Ethel is going to step forward, first action, and then second and third action we'll do a double slice,
And I aid.
and you aid. So what I'm adding +2.
Yep.
And what is your explanation of your aid? You're like, hey.
Look at that telltale shimmering around the edges that any indivisible creature. Aim for that.
I love that.
Right.
Well, you still have to roll. Skid, did you hit it?
I did roll. Yeah. Okay. Well, it got natty 17.
So do you want to roll the flat check, Troy, or am I rolling? I'm so
No, you can
confused.
roll the flat check. Fuck this. So DC, it's DC 11 now because you know what square she's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but she's still
Hidden.
she's undetected to you, right? Or did
No,
Eris do? Is that enough to detect?
When
her?
she points out, it becomes hidden.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so yeah,
that's
DC 11.
Basically, hidden is defined as you know the general location of the creature, but almost nothing else about where they are in that space.
It's so fun. It's like a typical Pathfinder prep. I had this down cold, and it just fell out of my brain as we started.
I passed the flat check for both attacks,
Okay.
and I rolled an 18 and a 16. Natural 18, natural 16.
Oh,
What
so
are the totals?
for the Warhammer, that's going to be a 27. And for the hatchet, that's going to be or 37. And for the hatchet, that's going to be a 33.
Those are 2 hits.
Okay.
And
Okay.
she's her
she's
flat-footed
no
ends
longer
at the end of
no
your
longer
turn.
flat-footed.
Oh, at the start of your turn. Okay.
Yeah. It's okay. So, okay.
My God,
16
you-
points of damage from the Warhammer, bludgeoning,
Okay.
and then that will be 12 points of damage slashing from the hatchet.
Oh my God. Okay. And that's your turn, right?
And that is my turn. And because I use a third action move, I can't do the flensing strike.
All right, so I put all my eggs in this one fucking basket to try and pull this off. All right, so she comes out of invisibility
bad idea.
because she is casting a spell. And so as she is casting that spell, she is casting that spell on Ethel.
That provokes, though, right?
Oh, that
No,
provokes.
because she's casting it. The only thing that's making her visible is she's casting an offensive spell. You know what I mean? So she's invisible. She's casting the spell on you, and she becomes visible. So that doesn't provoke.
After the time for your AOO has passed, your reaction ability has passed. Is that what you're saying, Troy?
Yeah, if she was visible and cast, you cast it. But she's the only reason things is making her visible is the casting of the spell.
So it
it's
already
almost like
happened.
She casts the spell and then she becomes visible because it is a hostile spell. Give me a. This is huge. This is really, really huge. Just need to see what the fucking thing is. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Give me a will save at a -2 because you're flat-footed to her while she's invisible.
Okay. All right. Use a different die. Yeah, let me use this die. Okay.
Flat-footed is a minus to everything, including will saves.
No, it's this. She has this power called Spell Ambush. A creature
Oh,
flat-footed takes a -2 penalty to save, so that's why I wanted to go invisible first because it empowers the attack.
That's
I am-
cool. Spell ambush.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use my hero point to re-roll.
Ooh.
It's
I
called
rolled a
Bottle Cap.
12, which is a real tweener. I feel like this is going to be a real.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
Better go for
But you
this.
could fumble.
But I could
Yeah.
fumble. Well, that's why we play, isn't it?
And then we play. That's why we show up every morning.
Oh my god. I rolled a 12 on my first roll, which is going to give me a 26 will. I'm sorry, 24 because of the -2. And then I rolled a natural 1.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy!
Oh my god. I was like, just don't do it. Just take the fail. Take the fail. But this is why we play the game, isn't it?
She just cast Dominate on you.
Norse Foundry.
Oh.
So, failure is you control the target. It gains the controlled condition, but it can attempt a will save at the end of each of its turns. On a success, the spell ends, but you critically failed. Critical failure is as failure, but the target receives a new save only if you give it a new order that is against its nature, such as killing its allies. So, controlled in this is you can have it do anything.
So Ethel is effectively out of the fight and only gets a save if it's to kill us.
Yes. But the good news is, that's exactly what she's telling you to do.
What? Run?
Kill them.
Oh.
So that is the command she gives you.
And now you take a whole lot of persistent.
And now I take a whole lot of persistent damage. I take the 2d8 and the 4d8, and then I guess it would be 2 separate checks to try and remove these.
Ethel's eyes, I imagine, just like cloud over and go full white.
Oh, that's so scary.
God,
So
it looks like you did
scary.
at this custody hearing.
I can't believe you critically failed on Dominate.
God.
That's amazing. All right, give me the 2d8 there, Matthew.
Oh, right. I roll it. Sorry, I was waiting for you.
Trying to figure out, like, what if you guys kill her with this persistent? Does the spell keep going?
No, it ends when she's dead.
Does it?
Yeah.
So that
But you're controlled, so it's like, what is that?
Oh, right. That's a good point.
8 points of damage from the 2d8.
Okay, she's visible now, so let me put her out there. All right, 8 points of damage from the 2d8.
And 19 from the 48.
All right, she's still cooking. Was that mental damage? No, that was. It was the innervation of the
mine was
mental trait?
negative damage.
It doesn't have the mental
Mine was
trait.
just bleed.
Yeah, I figured.
It is necromancy, arcane, and negative.
Okay.
It's basically death. It is like taking your life away, as opposed to a mental thing. It's purely physical.
Ethel is completely dominated, and it is Eris's turn. Can you kill her before it comes back to Ethel's turn?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna cast the thing that I was going to do that first time. I'm casting Organ Sight, so I'm trying to see her as though she's dissected in like a raid before me. I'm trying to find a vital organ to stab with something. And to do that, I need to do a recall knowledge check using medicine to spot that organ.
Oh, that's cool.
And I don't fully understand what that means. I know
Well,
I
you
have to
just
roll a medicine check. Yeah.
And then I know what the DC, or I think the DC is in here somewhere. And then if you hit that, then you can, what is this thing called? Organ what?
Oh, you'll see what happens when I. If
No,
I
but
hit
let me
it.
look it up just in case.
Yeah, it's organ sight. So if I succeed, the next time I deal piercing damage or slashing damage, I deal 4d6 additional precision damage.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
spell.
it's like a 1-2 punch kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So you roll a medicine. You get a +2 bonus on medicine checks. Oh wait, recall child using medicine spell violet. If you have the lore skill, you can use that. You don't. Okay, great. So recall some knowledge.
I have a +9 because I have an untrained on improvisation.
Okay.
That is a 20 medicine check.
That is a 20 medicine check. What is the level of that spell? That is.
It is a level 3 spell.
That's okay. Yep, you succeeded.
Nice.
Okay, so I
Nice.
like got her all laid out in front of me, and I see her heart or something, or
Yeah.
like her liver or whatever.
It's like, did you guys ever play that Mortal Kombat when the fatalities would sometimes like slow down and show you the internal organs of the creatures?
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly
a-
what's happening right now. I'm focusing. I'm taking out my kukri, and I'm gonna stab at that.
Clancy Noct says the pancreas wouldn't be very fast, but it would be painful.
That's true.
All right, so that was 2 actions. You've got 1 action left. Is your next action to draw the kukri, or did you already have it out?
I don't know if I already had it out. I feel like maybe we could imply it, but I mean, no, I was trying to grab her last round with my nails.
All right, so you can draw the kukri, so it's ready to go.
No. So you know what? Telekinetic projectile, something sharp in the room that can do piercing damage
Like
and
a
fling it at
broken
her.
crack pipe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
All right, that's 1 action. Telekinetic projectile.
Make a spell attack roll. Let's see.
Yeah, you should have oh, that's telekinetic projectile is 2 actions.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. Can't you just claw her?
Yeah, I'll claw her with my sharp nails, I guess.
All right, roll a d20 and add 10.
Roll a d20 and add 10. Oh shit, crack die. That went crazy.
pretty hard.
14, 20, 24.
It's a miss. If you'd hit, though, those sharp claws would have done it.
serious?
That's okay, because now you can next round draw the kukri and kill away if she's not already dead. It is round 3, and it's Aldo's turn. Aldo, she's on the ropes. But
Okay.
Ethel has been dominated.
All right, I'm gonna try to probably see that this is happening to Ethel. I'm gonna try to free him before he goes, if I possibly can. By killing her, I'm gonna throw another bottle of lightning. That is a fucking fast math. 29 to hit.
Yes. She's not. Is she flat-footed still?
No, it's trying to make her flat-footed. All right, well, all right, I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
She's hard to hit.
She sure is. All right, and I can't read these dice. Yeah, another miss. I'm just gonna try to. Well, that's that. I'll throw another one.
Do any of
Try to get a
those
natural
have
20.
splash skin?
Yeah, actually they do. Okay, so that's 8 points of splash, and I'll throw another one. That's another miss, but another 4. Okay, so that's 12 points of splash damage.
You know, nothing wrong with 12 points of splash damage
Yeah.
when she's on the ropes like this.
Yeah.
All right, and now Atticus's turn.
Atticus is staying in the dark lane.
This is
Wait.
it, by the way. This is it. It's
This
your
is a
turn,
question. The question.
and then it's Ethel's turn.
Yeah, the question is Ethel? You know what? You guys play this however you want. I don't think Ethel's going to see this coming. Atticus is going to. I'm going to say that Atticus knows what's going on here. Like the whites of the eyes. All of a sudden, he goes rigid. She touched him. We know she's a mental controlling kind of creature. He's not going to mess around, and he's going to try to snap Ethel out of it while also doing some damage. And he's just going to fire a lightning bolt straight through Ethel and her at the same time.
Hell yeah.
Can hit Ethel too.
He's going to hit Ethel too.
Reflex save.
Reflex save. both of
Okay.
you.
All right.
Don't fumble, man.
I did.
All right.
27.
Okay.
I rolled pretty high. I rolled very high, 34.
I rolled great. Okay, but you guys both passed, so you take half damage.
Let me just look at her hit points. All right, so
I rolled a 31, so that's 15. 15 points of electricity damage.
she's still up.
You know, Troy, you can say whatever you want. You're not. I'm just
If I
saying.
didn't know what was happening next, I certainly would fudgeroo here. But now it's Ethel's
Can I go to
turn.
the bathroom then?
Yes, of course. Ethel is right in the middle. Can attack literally anyone. Eris, Atticus, or Eldo.
Hold on a
It's
second.
called
Is this
Eldo.
also like this commanding? Is this just free? Does it have an
Yeah.
action associated
it's
with
Does
it?
not have an action.
No action.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
It even says doesn't count against her actions, or typically doesn't count against her actions. So I'm gonna have you do 3 attacks, and then you'll get to roll your will save, because even though you fumbled, this is the one condition that allows you to. I could have just said like, wake up.
Well, wait.
or
Why doesn't he
leave.
roll his will save before he starts swinging it? This is the command that triggers it. Is
It's
it
at
not?
the end of your turn. It's the failure is it gains the controlled condition, but can attempt a will save at the end of its turn.
Right, but
Unless
read,
it tries
read
to
the
hit one of
fumble.
us.
Unless
Yeah.
it tries to issue a command that is against its.
But it's as failure, which allows the will save at the end of the turn. But the whole point is the target gets that save only if I try to command it to do something. So it's as
I don't
failure.
know.
The
That
failure
seems-
condition is you get to roll that save at the end of the turn. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you changed like the command you're doing is against the creature's nature at the beginning of his turn. That's
Right, but that first as failure, as
Yeah,
a
but
failure
then it
means.
modifies it. But then it modifies.
But the
this other
target
stuff.
receives a new save. Right, but the point is, like, if I don't tell you to harm your allies or kill yourself, you don't get that save. The
I
only
think-
thing
but-
that allows you to get that save at the end of your turn is if I
I think
actually.
that's on the failure. It's like, oh, if you just fail at the end of each turn, every 6 seconds, you can get a new save. Now
Here's the
the way
thing,
you
if
did
you-
it changes. You get the new save if you issue a command.
No, because that makes it better than failure.
No, it
Failure,
doesn't, 'cause
if
you
you
can tell me
just
to
failed,
leave.
I could be like, attack your allies with all 3 actions, and you would have to do it, and then you get the will save.
No, I think
critical
the benefit
failure
is you could say, leave. That's not against my nature. And I would never stop being under your control unless I
Right.
pass that save at the end of the turn. In this case, you're saying, oh, you want me to do something actively against my nature. I get the save.
The chat's agreeing with me. I'm going to stick with my interpretation. But here's the good news. I'm going to let you attack each person once. And we'll do it.
Why don't we start with Eris?
Why?
I'm just throwing it out there.
I'll roll randomly for the first person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the first person is Aldo. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Second person is... got Aldo 3 times. 4 times. 5 times would have been Aldo. All right, then the next person is Atticus. So Aldo first attack, Atticus second attack, Eris third attack.
Which weapon would you prefer, since this is bullshit?
Everyone in the chat's agreeing with me.
3 people agreed with you.
Well, they're the only 3 people
Everyone's
that know how to
agreeing
roll.
with me. Statistically, 100% of people agree
It
with
just
me.
makes sense the way I'm explaining it.
It
It's
makes
like
sense to you because you want it to happen. It doesn't make
no, but
any
like
sense at all.
you're reading it incorrectly. The failure condition would be like attack somebody and then you get a will save, or I could be like jump off a bridge and then you get a will save. Critical is
Jump
it's
off a
like
bridge and then you get a will save. Do you realize what you just said?
No, I know, but like I can
No,
tell you
the
to
critical
do anything.
failure. The critical failure is go wait in my office. You're under my control for the rest of your life.
Sure, but if I say to do something that's against your nature, you actually get the will save that you get at the end of your turn as
right
failure.
there. Right there.
No, you're definitely wrong on this.
I'm definitely right, but
your
just tell me which
attacks.
weapon to use.
You're gonna feel funny when the Reddit explains how wrong you are. Now, roll the attack against Aldo, and then
Which
Atticus, then Eris. Whatever does the most damage.
All right, Warhammer. Natural 2, 21.
Miss.
Against 21 against Aldo.
Miss.
Miss.
All right.
Okay.
Atticus next.
Fumble.
He has a
Is
I
it
think
fun?
he's so distraught he doesn't take any more attacks.
Yeah, he's so surprised.
Who's next, Atticus or Eris?
Me,
Next
Atticus.
up is Atticus.
Same weapon?
Is that got whatever's easier to hit?
Okay, that's a natural 17. 31 to hit. Sorry,
it is.
Joe.
That's all right. That is a hit. What is this spell called? Dominate?
Dominate.
I don't
Troy's
see it.
totally right. I read the rules and he's right. Sorry.
Maybe you believe Kate? Kate,
How
I
old
knew
are
I
you,
liked
Kate?
you.
I mean, I follow the rules. I'm a Virgo.
You can't help it.
14 points of damage, Joe.
Still up.
Okay.
Are you that close, Atticus?
No, I was just being dramatic.
Oh, it's fun.
You like
And
turn to Eris and she's like, Ethel, I thought we had something going on.
Thought we were connecting.
9 to hit.
A 9?
I did it, Eris.
Oh, no, that doesn't hit me.
Immediately kills her. All right. It
I
was
knew you liked me.
pretty damn close. Didn't quite do enough damage, but Atticus got a little beat up. And now it is her turn again. She actually gets a turn, but this is not going to go well. Let's see. All right, so we've dominated. Okay, she is going to do a, she's going to attempt to, like, her jaw unhinges, and she goes to bite Atticus.
You mean Aldo?
No, Atticus.
Past
Are you
Ethel?
invisible? Oh, you not? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm coming at you, Ethel, with a 30. Oh no, you're on my team.
on
So
your
all
You wouldn't
right.
attack.
So 1, 2, Eris, 3, 4, Aldo. It's Aldo. I'm sorry. 30 against Aldo.
It's a hit.
All right, hits Aldo for 9 points of damage, 2 points of evil damage, and now roll a fortitude save.
That is a 29 fortitude.
You have contracted abyssal plague from her mouth.
God, Jesus.
You're drained 1.
Oh,
as
no.
Her teeth have given you the plague from the abyss.
Okay.
All right, so that's her first action, and then for her final 2 actions, she will do something known as.
Oh, I didn't get my will save.
Oh yes, you do get your will save.
Cracked die. It was on a natural 15, but I want to be honest.
Appreciate that.
Fail.
All right, and then with her final action, 2 actions, she will do. Sorry, I have so many fucking tabs open. Where's my night hag? All right. She'll do something called Shadow Blast. You shape the quasi-real substance of the shadow plane into a blast. Choose acid, bludgeoning, cold, electricity, fire, force, piercing, slashing, or sonic damage. Then choose a 30-foot cone, a 15-foot burst, or a 50-foot line. It deals 5d8 of the type of damage you chose to each creature in the area. I'm just going to do a 30-foot cone on all of you. 2, 7, 11, 18, that's another rate, 26. Everybody roll a, you actually get to choose reflex or will. It says target's choice.
And it's all of us.
Yeah.
What kind of damage is this?
It's going to be fire damage.
Cool.
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 I will take reflex.
Okay.
It's a 30.
33.
My will and reflex are the same.
Fail.
24 reflex.
All right.
Actually, I should tell you, 19. It could be a fumble.
All right, so Aldo failed and Ethel critically failed.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. So Ethel takes 52 points of damage. Aldo takes 26. And you guys take 13, Eris and Atticus.
Ugh.
That doesn't have any. That has no effect on the dominate, right?
It doesn't. However, the persistent damage then kills her.
God, thank God.
I knew she was ready. She was ripe. She was ripe.
The only reason I kept it, she had 2 hit points left after that final attack with the lightning bolt, and so I had to see what Ethel could do. So she dies, and as she falls to the ground, the folds of her robe open up, and you see you see her breast. You see the Heartstone, the 4th gift that you'll need.
Grab
Give
it,
the mad parents.
grab a bunch of drugs, and then wake up.
I will see you in Philly for the Christmas extravaganza. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, yo, Philly.
Happy Thanksgiving, too. Happy Thanksgiving, too.
Oh yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Have a migraine.